Welcome to Mackinac Island. Tonight, we will celebrate all the nooks and crannies of Michigan, from the wilds and rugged Upper Peninsula to our cities filled with diversity and thriving businesses. Celebrate our awesome restaurants, over 100 state parks, and big and small hotels. We'll hear from a who's who of Michigan travel pros representing all the areas of Michigan. Live from the longest front porch on the jewel of Mackinac Island, Grand Hotel, please welcome Vice President of Pure Michigan, Dave Lorenz.
Good evening, everybody. It's so great to see you, and we are so happy to be with you today. Welcome to Pure Michigan. Those are words I've been so eager to say for so long. This last year, I know, has been so difficult for everybody. But it's time to travel again. It's time to get back to living life fully, with purpose and with passion. Woohoo! And tonight, we're going to talk about all the really cool things you can do in this state in this coming year and into the future. If you're not familiar with Pure Michigan right now, you're going to be pretty soon. This state with abundant natural beauty, friendly people, unique experiences, and authentic destinations is waiting for you to come back and to travel and to experience all that we have to offer. So tonight, 2 hours of a bunch of friends. We're going to share their insights on traveling, give you some tips, tell you some new, really interesting things. And I'm joined tonight with some great people to help host this program, including Tom Dalton from the PBS TV show Under the Radar. Hey, Tom.
Thank you, Dave. I'm actually thrilled about three things this evening. One, we're on the front porch of the Grand Hotel, one of the grandest, most spectacular places you can sit in the world. Number one. Number two, I'm finally glad to be with real people. It's like, this isn't a Zoom call. He's actually here.
Yeah, there's no frame right now for us. I know there is for you. But.
Yeah, and also I'm thrilled about, my third thing I'm really excited about is we have the A-team tonight to help us. It's John Gonzalez and Amy Sherman. They are stationed live at the Pink Pony in downtown, wherever we're on the island,
Mackinac Island
City. Yeah. So why don't we throw it to them and see how they're doing right now? Amy, John, how you doing?
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Dave. We're so excited to be here at the Pink Pony live and celebrating this Pure Michigan Day. Amy, I can't think of a better place to be.
Oh my gosh, it's absolutely gorgeous out here today, as it should be on the Pink Pony patio. We've got some great guests coming up. We're going to learn about golf in Gaylord. We're going to learn about the ferries that run back and forth to Mackinac. We're going to learn how to shoot a cannon off, and much, much more happening right here on the deck at the Pink Pony. Back to you guys at the Grand Hotel.
Hey, thank you so much. And you know, I understand they have fudge coming.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be hand-delivered fudge.
They actually brought fudge to my room last night. It was, I was supposed to give you yours. I'm sorry, I ate it anyway. Yeah, Amy, I like your hat better than mine, too.
Yeah, I noticed you called Amy and John the A-team. They're the M-team. It's M Live.
From M Live, yep.
Yeah, so it'll work. Well, we're going to be hearing from those guys down at Pink Pony all throughout the program. And so here we are, suit and tie. We're all ready to be prim and proper, and they're partying down. So it's going to be fun. The differences of this island, the differentiation of the experience that you can have here, just like the rest of the state. We're a fun place. We're a place with so much culture to offer and everything in between.
Yeah.
That's the great thing. Let's go to our first guest, in fact, our host, Doug Dean from Grand Hotel. Thank you, Doug, for being here. And Tim High from Mackinac Island Tourism. Doug, we've enjoyed ourselves so much being here. It's just great to be back at Grand Hotel.
It is great to have you back. It's another picture-perfect day on Mackinac Island. The porch is full. We've got a hotel full of guests that are enjoying stepping back in time, and it's just great to be alive again.
It's just a special, special place.
And
it really is.
And I have to ask you guys, what does it feel like personally to be the stewards of and to be in charge of not only Michigan's paradise, but I mean, this place is the envy of the world.
Well, it is. I've been here a little bit longer than Doug, and we take it very seriously. Yeah. And right now, I guess we just feel like it's our turn. So we're doing the best that we can so that we can hand it off and the legacy can live on forever.
Well, of course, we've had great weather these last few days as we've been preparing for the program. And man, oh man, we've been lucky there. But the thing is, it's not about the weather. It's about the atmosphere, the experience. It's hard to describe an experience like this. You really have to be here for a little while and kind of take it all in. And I always say you have to be in Mackinac Island for more than one night to really understand it.
No, I think so. There's a special feeling that happens just about now every day when the last ferries start to go off and the busyness of downtown comes down just a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you can really hear the clip-clop of the horses. You can hear the water lapping up against the rocks. You can hear people laughing. You can hear music coming out of the different establishments through downtown. And wow, that is the magical time of Mackinac Island.
Yeah, and Mackinac Island in the fall, I've been up here many times in the fall, is magic too. Because a lot of the crowds are gone, and the fall colors are incredible. And it's just, yeah, this place is, every time I come up here, the first thing I do is call my wife and say, I'm so sorry you're not with me. Because it's just amazing.
Yeah, well, you know, the thing is, back in the day, the steamships would bring people here, the
Yeah.
trains would bring people here. They were escaping from those hot and sticky big cities
Yeah.
in the Midwest. And luckily, they did that. They helped to create this island for what it is today. Guys, I'm so appreciative for having us here and for helping us out for this program and for all you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dave.
Welcome back.
It's good to be home. It is. Well, I'll tell you, we're going to be talking to so many folks from all throughout the state because as special as this place is, the entire state is full of marvelous places with friendly people, great attractions, and lots of good times to be had.
Yeah. So I think right now it's about time we check in with the folks from MLive. That's right, John Gonzalez, Gonzo, and Amy Sherman down at the Pink Pony and see what's going on there. Guys?
Thanks, guys. We are here on the patio at the Pink Pony. And one of the things that is so specific to Mackinac Island is as you walk down the streets, you're going to smell the delicious aroma of chocolate, sugar, and cream bubbling away at the many fudge shops on Main Street. Well, one of the greatest is the original Murdoch's Fudge, and we have the head fudge maker, Carnell Samuel, with us right now, and he's got some pretty cool things that are coming up this summer that you want to look forward to at Original Murdoch's.
Hello, guys. Thanks for having me.
You're fresh in, buddy.
Fresh in. There you go.
You're fresh in. Now, you've been at Original Murdoch's for a while now. This is not your first rodeo or first summer here on the island, right?
No, it's not.
And you guys make some pretty incredible fudge. And one of the things that you focus on is using a lot of pure Michigan ingredients, right?
We do.
So cream,
Butter, sugar, nuts, all the good stuff.
all the good stuff.
Yeah.
So is that what sets Original Murdoch's apart?
That's what it is.
I like this. Now you have something special coming up for Father's Day. It's a new flavor that you haven't seen at Original Murdoch's before, correct?
It's called Penucci.
Penucci.
Yeah, Penucci. It's a brown sugar fudge. It's pretty awesome.
What does it taste like? Is it caramely?
No, it tastes like brown sugar.
Like brown sugar.
It's great. It's great.
So this will be available for Father's Day, which is
Yeah.
happening on June 20th, correct?
Yeah. You go online, www.murdochsoriginalmurdocks.com. You can order as much as you want.
Okay, and then you also have National Fudge Day coming up, right, John?
That's right. So National Fudge Day is June 16th. So like Carnell just said, from June 16th to June 20th, which is Father's Day, they will have some special deals for you at originalmurdochsfudge.com. But I tell you what, nothing beats being on the island to watch Carnell in action.
Can't beat it. It's going to be a sweet summer.
It surely is. And yes, stop by the Original Murdoch's Fudge shop so you can watch Carnell in action. He is a master at making fudge. In fact, you've tried to teach me how to do it, and I'm actually terrible at it. When you work that spade to cool it down and to get that right consistency, you are so good, and I am so, am I not terrible? I'm terrible.
No, you're not that bad. It's all right.
Not as bad as me.
No, you guys are not that bad. I've seen way worse. Trust me.
Oh, okay. Okay. We feel better about that. Well, there's plenty of fudge shops on the island. You'll find them around every corner. They all make different flavors, different kinds. But if you want to try the special one for Father's Day, the Penucci,
Yes.
the
That's
brown
it.
sugar fudge from Original Murdoch's, you have to head right to the shop, or you can order it online. And Carnell, what is that website again?
It's Original Murdoch's Fudge. Double. Yep.
All right. Thank you, Carnell. So great to see you and hear from you and watch you in action when we're there on Main Street. All right, let's go back to Grand Hotel and that glorious porch to see what's going on.
Hey, thank you, guys. You may be hungry, but that's nothing new.
Yeah, tell me about
everything
it.
makes me
I've been
hungry.
traveling with this guy for 6 months. He eats.
You know, I gained so much weight this last year.
Oh, you
but
look fine.
Before you know it, I'm going to be out there and I'm going to be busy because I'm going to go to all these places.
Yep.
But you know, the two things that travelers do most when they travel
Yep.
is they eat and they shop.
That's very true. When we travel, my wife's in charge of shopping, and she's a pro, and I'm in charge of the food. But one great place to go is the Birch Run area. We've got Jerry Preston here with us right now to tell us about all the great things you can do in that area.
Well, and you can do both. You know, Tony's is the place where you get the 1 pound BLT.
I still have not been to Tony's.
Well,
I love that
gotta
place.
go.
You got to get there to do that. But
Yeah.
anyway, the new thing that's happening in Birch Run, I have to write it all down because I
Yeah.
can't want to forget anything, is that our old expo center has been sold to Camping World. And
Oh,
Camping
wow.
World is now in the process of getting it ready to open a new showroom, a new RV maintenance facility. And then the top floor is going to be Gander Mountain. Gander Mountain is a subsidiary of Camping World. So that's the biggest new shopping stuff. And of course, Premium Outlets, I mean, that's what we're known for, is shopping. Great shopping at premium products at discount prices. And let you know the tent sale is coming up June 23rd through the 25th. That's the big tent sale. So you got to be a part of that.
They bring the tent like right out in the parking lot
Oh
area?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and all the various shops are in there and making it happen. So and the outlets are doing quite well with outdoor shopping. It's being a preferred place to go for shopping now because you're outdoors. You know, for the most part.
That's
Sounds
a good
great.
point. Yeah, it's a good
Sounds
point.
great. And you know, you mentioned Tony's. I love that place too. The thing is, if you get the BLT, you get like bacon to go because you're not going to be able to eat all that stuff.
Exactly. Well, the other thing that we have that's really exciting is that there's a new owner for the Dixie Motor Speedway.
Yeah.
It's now called the Birch Run Speedway and Event Center. And the big one that's coming up is the Outdoor Studer Models second leg of the Supac BR 400. Now, I'm not a big race guy and I'm not up to speed on the BR 400, but I was there a week ago when they had the big Destructum, you know, where they crash everything
Oh, yeah.
up and all that sort of stuff.
Wreck 'em
And
derby.
the fans were all over the place.
I got to
Everybody's
drive
back.
in one of those.
You have a
once.
demolition derby there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I've always wanted to go to a demolition derby.
Yeah, it's called the Eve of Destruction. So it's really, and it was trucks last time, and it can be buses, it can be anything.
Can't think of a better state to be doing something like that than the state that put America on wheels.
Well, and they're also doing a lot of other events. They were having hot rods and bikes for Hope. It's a benefit for McLaren Hospitality House, and it's a free admission with a donation of some kind of canned goods or things like that. And you need to go be part of that because that's a big fun time.
So the Birch Run area is basically on the east side of the state, north of Detroit, near Frankenmuth. People know that really well. And
we share the exit. We share the exit with Frankenmuth.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Exit 136 is the place to be, as they
And
will
you're-
tell you from Frankenmuth.
And you're near the Zilwaukee Bridge.
Well, yeah, a few miles south of it,
Yeah.
just a few miles south is the Zilwaukee Bridge.
So I know we need to go, but really fast. Back to the bricks. I know you're involved in that.
Well, just a real quickie, I am back to Bricks. I'm on the promo tour that's running around the state. We started in Mount Pleasant and went to Boyne City. I'm missing, I'm going to catch up with them in Cadillac tomorrow. We're going from there over to Muskegon. And one of the things that they're doing new this year is a rally. It's a great rally. It always sells out. And I can let you know, just a secret, the registration opens June 11th for the July 24th rally.
So be looking for that. Just go to
backtothebricks.org.
michigan.org, in fact, and you can do
Yeah.
a search for Back to the Bricks and find
Yeah.
out more. Jerry Preston, thank you so much.
All right, thank
Good
you.
to see you.
And I
Good to
think-
see you.
and I
Glad to
think-
be here.
I think right now, if you're a fan of M Live and their Best of series, then you're a fan of these two, John Gonzalez, Gonzo, and Amy Sherman. They're stationed live. They're our A-team down at the Pink Pony. So let's check in with them, see how they're doing. Guys?
Thanks so much, you guys. I love being referred to as the A team. One, because I'm Amy, and two, because we're the A team, right?
I know. Thanks, guys.
We super appreciate it. Well, maybe you have heard of the Dream Cruise that happens on Woodward Avenue down in the Detroit metro region every summer. We've got something that goes a little bit deeper than that. I'm excited to welcome Chris Karski. I got it, from M1 Concourse. And you guys offer something a little bit more in depth than just the Dream Cruise that most people might be familiar with, correct?
That is correct. We are an 87-acre automotive playground. We're a private garage community with a motorsports club, but for Woodward Dream Cruise, which draws 1.3 million visitors to the region and over 40,000 cars, we're elevating that experience. We're opening our gates and doors for M1 Concourse. We have an all-inclusive package over 3 days, August 19th through 21st, which includes food, beverage, and if you're over 21, 3 adult beverages for your ticket price for the day. It really is going to be an experience. We're having a curated car show on the first day, the 13th, and then we're opening up our track for show cars to come and park along the track and really be a show in itself.
It sounds exciting. Now, John, I know you had a couple questions for Chris.
I did, because I'm really curious about this concept. It's really novel to me. I've never heard of this before. So can you kind of explain it again? You walk in and it's a garage where people just check out cars?
Well, it's a private garage community, much like a gated golf community. We have 250 private garages. They range from 550 square feet on up. Some garage owners choose to buy multiple garages up to 2,400 square feet, and they use them for entertaining. And then they can also become a member of the Motorsports Club, which gives them access to our 1.5 mile high performance track.
Yeah, I'm really curious about this performance track, because you were telling me a little bit about it last night, where you can actually go in these racers, or they're not racers, they just like to go out and test their cars and do it in a safe environment.
Exactly. So we do have a lot of garage owners that own dealerships, and it's a way that they can bring their clients in a safe environment. And then we also have those that just want to be around others that are automotive enthusiasts that talk about cars, live and breathe the automotive lifestyle. And that's what we're doing with these events, is creating an automotive lifestyle event. Our Woodward Dream Show will have food all Detroit themed. So Kowalski sausages for hot dogs and coney dogs. We have a Motor City Angus burger and a Greek Town wrap. And then later on in the summer, we have our American Speed Festival, which is September 30th through October 3rd, where we're going to be honoring Jim Hall, legendary designer and Can-Am racer. He's bringing his Can-Am cars, and they'll actually do timed attacks on the road. And for that event, we're going to have food from all over the world to sample as part of your ticket price. So Italian, Latin, Mediterranean, and we'll have sommeliers on staff that will do pairings with the food. So really a lifestyle experience.
I love what you're doing. And just one last question, because I know that you're from M1 Concourse.
Correct.
Real quick, what is M1 Concourse?
Well, M1 is the first state highway, Woodward Avenue. So we are on the border of Woodward Avenue and South Boulevard in Pontiac, Michigan.
Makes sense to me. Where can we get more information?
More information at WoodwardDreamShow.com or M1Concourse.com.
Perfect.
Thank you, Chris. We really appreciate it. From M1 Concourse, good information coming up in the Detroit metro area in August, correct?
In August, WoodwardDreamShow.com.
Awesome. All right, back to you guys at the Grand Hotel.
Here we are at a place with no cars, and we've talked about 2 car events.
Plus, Amy, you're supposed to say back to the B team.
Yeah, the B team. That's who we are. So it's Tom Dalton from the PBS show Under the Radar. It's one of those shows. Dave Lorenz from Pure Michigan, and we sure are happy that you're with us tonight. We're on the porch of Grand Hotel, and we're here with Linda Freibler from the Calhoun County Visitors Bureau, basically the Battle Creek, Marshall area.
Right.
What a great area. You guys have just kept on moving. During COVID, you kept on preparing, and you're ready to help people come back.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're super excited that our very first event is a big one. It's the Battle Creek Field of Flight Air Show and Balloon Festival, and it's taking place just in a few weeks on June 30th through July 4th at the Battle Creek Airport. It's really going to be amazing. There are over 5 hours of loops, dives, and acrobatic bliss. Get ready for the ground to shake.
That's from me being scared.
Because it's not only balloons, it's also planes and such.
Yeah, all kinds of acrobatic planes. The U.S. Air Force F-22 Raptor is going to be there. Their demonstration team is going to be there. And then over 40 balloons, too. So you'll have hot air balloons with nighttime illumes, daytime air shows. It's really fantastic.
Isn't it great our events are coming back?
Absolutely.
Man, oh man. We've missed them so much.
Yeah.
I was so excited when I heard you were going to be here because I love the part of the state you're in. I love Battle Creek. I love that city. It's beautiful with the river running through it. I love Marshall, the town of Marshall. We've got the American Magic Museum there.
Right.
We've got Schuler's there, an iconic restaurant.
Yeah.
And the Binder Park Zoo.
Yeah.
The Binder Park Zoo is a treasure.
Right. The zoo is just amazing. They just opened up the Wild Wolves exhibit. It's in their North American area, which has the bald eagle, A lot of other great animals. When you go there, you want to make sure you see that because it's the newest exhibit, but also go and feed the giraffes. That's the best part of the zoo.
We did that on our show. We actually had that on our
right.
show.
Yeah.
It's so cool, that safari-like looking area. I mean, it's awesome. And
Yeah.
you get to, you're right there. And like
Yeah.
you say, you can feed the giraffes.
Yeah, you hand feed the giraffes there.
And I understand you have a casino.
A casino.
Yeah,
In
we
fact,
do.
Tom and I we were at Firekeepers a few months ago, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
great.
looked like they were doing great.
Yeah, and actually they're building a brand new tower. It's going to have 203 rooms. And as you guys know, if you stayed there, it is a 4-diamond AAA hotel already. And the new area is going to be even better. Also, Nibi Restaurant is moving and expanding to be right on the ground floor there. So it really is going to be amazing.
It's an amazing casino. It
forward to
really
Yeah.
is.
So clean and so friendly too. So.
Yeah.
Can't wait to head to Calhoun County. Thanks for filling us in. What's the website?
So we actually come to the Battle Creek Welcome Center. If you come to town, right downtown in Battle Creek, you'll see all of my staff there. We're happy to welcome you. And just go to www.battlecreekvisitors.org for more info.
BattleCreekVisitors.org. Thank you, Linda.
All
Good to
right.
see ya.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Fantastic. Yeah, so here's the thing, it is funny because we're on Mackinac Island and you think about, driving, through the Calhoun County area all around there, 94, all those cars.
Yeah.
What a difference.
Yeah, this is so amazing just because there are no cars here. It's so quiet. Well, like Tim was saying, in the evenings here, all you hear is the clippity-clop of the horses, and Dave snoring. But other than that, it's really nice. Anyway, so why don't we throw it back down to Gonzo and Amy Sherman down at the Pink Pony and find out what's going on down there, guys. A-Team.
Hey, thanks a lot. We're here at the Pink Pony. Obviously, it's been such a beautiful day and a good time here. And loved the fudge. It's gone. We ate it all. Fudge is gone. But we have a guest now with us that knows a little bit about. You had your last guest talking about the Firekeepers Casino. Well, there was something going on here with a lot of activity this morning, and Dominic Miller from Mackinac State Historic Parks is with us. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, Gonzo. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for being by. And Amy, you were part of the ruckus this morning early here on the island.
I was lucky enough to wake up all of Mackinac Island by firing off the cannon at the fort, which is truly an incredible experience. But you don't have to be, a media personality to do this. Anyone can do this. And Dom, tell us more about how people can do this and get this really great hat to boot.
Absolutely. So we give one lucky visitor every morning the chance to fire the morning salute to wake up Mackinac Island. They might not get to do it twice, like some people, but we do offer that opportunity, and you get to prime, clean, and load the 1840s cannon that's there at Fort Mackinac, and you get to make that loud boom to wake everybody up in the morning. It's a feeling kind of unlike any other. It's one of my favorite things that I can do, and we are very excited that we can offer that to guests of Mackinac Island.
I have to say, it truly is thrilling. And as someone who loves history, like to watch them pack it and you get to see how they put the whole thing together. It is really amazing because they do it traditionally. I mean, it's an old cannon.
Absolutely. We're doing this the exact same way the soldiers would have done it here in the 1880s. And we do it for the same reason. It's a salute to bring people. Visitors are coming to Mackinac Island. Boats are coming through. Things are happening. Michigan's opening back up. So let's fire off a cannon. Let's salute everybody being here. And it's awesome.
Well, I got to do it this morning twice due to a technical difficulty, which was super fantastic. But one other thing that, Dom, you guys have going on this summer is not just firing one cannon, but firing 4 cannons over at Fort Michilimackinac.
Absolutely. So, Mackinac Island is special. The cannon is special, but we're offering an opportunity in Mackinac City as well. So if you haven't been to Fort Michilimackinac and Mackinac City in a while, this is a good opportunity to come back. You can fire all 4 of our black powder weapons that are over there. That's the cannon, the mortar, the wall gun, which is like a huge supersized musket, and then the musket itself. And you get a little guided explanation from our interpreters over there. You do it all over the Straits of Mackinac, the Mackinac Bridge in the background. It's spectacular. So if you, like I said, if you haven't been there in a while, it's a good excuse to make it back.
Yeah, bring that firepower. I love it. Okay, what else can people expect from Mackinac State Parks this summer? Anything else people should really look for?
Absolutely. So the Biddle House featured in the Mackinac Island Native American Museum is finally open full-time. It was supposed to happen last year. Things got in the way. But we're excited that this museum is open. The Native American story on Mackinac Island has been woefully undertold over the decades. We're responsible for that as well. So we're trying to do our best to rectify that. We have this beautiful new museum Museum open up on Market Street in the home of Agatha Biddle, who was an Odawa chief here historically. And it's a great walkthrough exhibit. It includes an outdoor portion with a beautiful bust of her back there. And that's included with a Fort Mackinac ticket every single day. So we're super excited to have that open for the season.
That's amazing. That's an important part of Michigan's history. And I'm so glad that you guys are going to tell it now and it's open. Where can people get more information to plan their trip?
Everything you need to plan a visit to Mackinac State Historic Parks is on MackinacParks.com.
Thank you, Dominic Miller, Chief Marketing Officer at Mackinac State Parks. All right, Tom and Dave, we're back to you at the Grand Hotel.
So funny, you know, I was just thinking with my dog. My dog's one of those squirrel, you know, type of thing.
Just
here it's freighters, you know, because the freighters are going by right now. As beautiful it is behind us, you should see, you know, that way.
Yeah, I
Oh
wish
my gosh,
they
it's so
could see
beautiful.
this view because it's amazing. But
Yeah.
it's true. Davis Heiden goes, we were talking, goes, oh, freighter.
That's true. Well, speaking of beautiful, one of the most beautiful places you could ever experience is in the Traverse City area. That's, of course, as you go to our map,
Right.
it is like right over here, the Traverse City area. We're here with Whitney Wara from Traverse City Tourism. And Whitney, what is there?
Yeah, where to start with
Where to
Traverse
start
City?
with Traverse City?
Where to start? Well, it's so wonderful to have a little bit of early summer right now. The lake
Yeah.
has just been gorgeous. People are already in swimming and enjoying. I got to spend the weekend at Crystal Lake this weekend, which was amazing.
My favorite lake.
Just getting to dip your toes in really, you know, rejuvenates the soul a little.
Oh, it does.
But I would say some of the biggest reasons people need to come north and enjoy Traverse City are our wineries, obviously. We
Oh.
have over 40 wineries in the Traverse Wine Coast region, and they're just spectacular. It is frosé season all the way right now. If you guys haven't had frosé, oh my gosh.
My daughter's a rosé freak, and she was
Okay.
just up there for a weekend with her friends, and she called me. She said, could you recommend a couple of wineries we could go to? I said, get a pen and paper. I've got some. And she called me and sent me pictures from every winery. They had so much fun.
Awesome.
Well, two different regions. There's Old Mission Peninsula and the Leelanau Peninsula, where you find most of the wineries. And
Absolutely.
Really cool experiences.
It's amazing. We have some amazing sparkling wines in the region. We've got great reds, great whites, great rose. I mean, there's just a little of everything.
And what I love about Traverse City is it's this little cosmopolitan town that's in the middle of paradise. You're moments away from either doing a tall ship trip,
Yep.
a great restaurant, shopping, there's culture, and you're minutes away from all these iconic little Americana towns, little port cities that you can visit, and the sand dunes.
The Sleeping Bear Dunes.
Are
I mean,
right
it's
there.
amazing. It's one of
And
the.
isn't it great we can get back there again? We can go to the wineries. We can go to the
Yeah.
National Lake Shore.
Yep.
And Sleeping Bear is not too far away from downtown.
It's not. It's a pretty short drive, and on the way there are tons of things to do. There are trails all throughout the lakeshore, so you know it's a wonderful place to explore and you know spend a day or two or three even. You know,
Ha-
there's a great.
I have to ask you, National Cherry Festival, is it coming back?
It is coming back this year.
Oh,
Obviously, you know things are a little different than they were in the past. So if anybody is looking for their specific favorite event, they should check out the Cherry Festival
Yeah.
website.
Because I did the pie eating contest. I came in last.
That's
Yeah.
astounding.
Well, the pie
given
was
how
so good,
much
I didn't
you-
want to rush.
Got
so.
it. I mean, you guys have
He
talked
weighs
about how much you
70
like
pounds.
to eat. I mean, we need to speed you up a little bit.
Yeah.
At
So,
any rate.
so a lot of the events are coming back.
A lot of events will be there. It's going to be a really fun week. Definitely recommend people checking it out. We're going to have the fireworks this year, so a
Nice.
wonderful 4th of July celebration over the lake again. Super excited to
You
have that
sold
back.
me. I'm coming.
Great.
I can't wait.
We can't wait to
We
have
come
you.
there every season on our show just for the restaurants alone. So.
You
I
know,
thought you
and-
came to visit us.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not us. It's the restaurants.
the restaurants.
Okay, well,
And the
we do
wineries.
have some great farm-to-table restaurants. We've got a lot of new restaurants that have come in. It's just
It's-
really
it's
and
a
the
food
craft
paradise.
beer and the distilleries. I mean, it just keeps on going on and on and on. There's so many reasons. You need to check out Traverse City area. In fact, what's the website?
TraverseCity.com.
TraverseCity.com for more information.
And come
Of course-
hungry and thirsty.
And have a great time when you go to Traverse. Thank you, Whitney.
And next up, I think we're going to be talking golf. And as you know, Dave, I'm a terrible golfer.
Oh,
but anyway.
well, that's absolutely,
Yeah.
never has there been a truer statement said. Now, the thing is,
Yeah.
I am just that much farther, maybe a tad better.
I don't know.
But, you know,
Anyway.
it's all about practice makes perfect.
Right. Anyway, we're going back to the Pink Pony for John Gonzalez and Amy Sherman, our A team, and seeing what they're golfing.
Thanks, Tom and Dave. Here we are on the patio at the famous Pink Pony. We've got ferries coming in right behind us. The sun is shining. It's truly a pure Michigan day. One of the best things about a Michigan summer is maybe going out and hitting the links and doing some golf. And we have some incredible golfing all over the state. And right now we've got Barry Owens with us from Treetops Resort, and they've got some amazing things happening this year at the resort. Correct, Barry?
Always. Yeah, it's so nice to be back to some semblance of normalcy, and people are enjoying it. As we all know, people are coming up north in droves to enjoy themselves, whether it's on the water or on the golf course or in our bars and restaurants or all of the above. So it's very exciting.
Well, Barry, it's a return to summer. We're all celebrating here. That's why we're here on Mackinac Island this weekend, and we're talking to travel professionals from all over the state of Michigan. But Gaylord is a special area because you're kind of in that great locations in the middle of the state, right? And people are using it as a launching point to go other places. But if they stay, like Amy said, the golfing community there is unbelievable. You have all these great courses. But at Treetops, you're also ready to celebrate summer and the return.
We are. It's there's so many different things going on. It's I know you just talked to Chris here a little bit ago. The meeting business and all the event stuff is starting to come back in a big way, and that's just going to continue to build. We're really excited. We have an event here in July 29th, where if you're a golfer, you're familiar with the name Lee Trevino. And 20 years ago, he made a hole-in-one at Treetops that was worth $1 million. And so he's coming back to celebrate that. And there's an opportunity to participate in it, and you'll hit a shot with him on the hole that he made the $1 million. So there's not too many chances you get to play golf with a legend. So it's a neat opportunity. And there's still some spots left.
He definitely is a legend.
I'm going to start practicing.
It won't help me. But I tell you what, Lee Trevino is a personal hero of mine.
Yeah.
As a kid growing up, I'm like, wow, you can play golf for a living, right?
Yes.
And do that as a career. The other thing about Treetops, though, that par three, I mean, you just have an amazing course there that has had a lot of love around the country, right? Weren't you on ESPN at one time?
It was, and that's where Mr. Trevino made the hole-in-one. There was the par 3 shootout that took place for 3 years there with the guys that have played in that have won up until about 3 weeks ago. It was 52 majors, but since Phil Mickelson participated, it actually is now 53 majors. So that's pretty exciting to kind of add that to our resume of people that have participated in it.
How many holes do you have there at the course?
So we got 4 18s, and then we got the par 3. So we got 81 holes of golf, and you can come and stay a few days and play them all. Some people play them all in a couple days, which is amazing to me.
And you're seeing a lot of groups coming up already this summer?
We are, yeah, and what's really excited is the meeting business is starting to come back, entertaining and training, and which is very important. I think especially for everybody working distanced, and an opportunity to get together and brainstorm and plan for what's moving forward.
But you do more than golf at Treetops.
We absolutely do. We've got 5 different restaurants, indoor, outdoor pools, a great spa that you can, after you play those 81 holes, you'll need to go visit so you can walk the next day. But and obviously we've got the whole wintertime thing too with the downhill skiing and the tubing, et cetera. So a lot to do.
Even if you don't golf, I mean, going to Treetops, I think, is amazing. You have lots of foodie events that are so much fun. Where can people get all the information about Treetops to plan their next visit?
You can go right to treetops.com and right on our website, and everything's there. And then our reservationists are rock stars, and they'll be happy to help you too.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Barry. It's great seeing you, and we can't wait to see you in Gaylord as well. All right, let's go back to Grand Hotel and that big porch.
Lee Trevino said that a well-hit ball is not affected by the wind. Turns out when you hit a pontoon boat, it is affected. Though. I've done that, actually. It was
sounds like when I went fly fishing, I caught a deer.
Yeah, those things could happen. Did you see that shot of the Straits of Mackinac?
That's amazing. It's amazing where we are. Again, I apologize to my wife for not being here.
So I love these camera systems because look at, hold on for just a second.
Yeah, look
because
at this shot.
This is the view from Grand Hotel. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? You can see, if you look closely to the right, you see the Mackinac Bridge. You see that awesome Straits of Mackinac. This is the view that you have when you're at Grand Hotel.
Yeah, it's paradise.
Really special.
Really.
Well, I got to tell you, we have a lot of special places in Michigan. And one of the things that I really miss a lot is camping. My wife and I used to go out a lot tent camping. We haven't done a lot lately, but we're going to get back out there. And Bill Sheffer from the Michigan Association of Recreational Vehicles and Campgrounds is going to tell us why we should get out there, because it's a great place to go camping.
It is. It's the greatest state in the world for camping. We have 160,000 licensed campsites in the state of Michigan, which only makes it better for 450,000 RVs that Michigan residents own here. So we've got a huge number that we got to cater to. But you've got everything from Monroe to South Haven, all the way up into the UP, and there's some great campgrounds there too.
Yeah, I was actually driving up north last weekend, and I saw RV after RV after RV, all heading up to the UP.
Yes.
And I have to be honest, the RV episode that we did, where we named him Steve,
yes,
it's probably one of the most popular shows we've ever done. It really is. I mean, we had so much fun. Every time we do public speaking, people come up and want to know if we're going to be doing it again, because the RV parks that we have in our state, I mean, some of the accoutrements are nicer than my home.
Yes.
I mean,
well, you had a great experience that time that you guys took the motorhome up there, and
we went all through the UP,
right?
Yeah.
And you've been to a half a dozen or more of our RV shows over the years, which really tunes you into what we do with the RV industry and what people can get.
And I tell you, because going maybe for the first time with an RV, maybe you rent one, it's a little intimidating at first. So if you go to one of your shows, they'll show you everything you need to know to go camping.
Yep. And we're hoping and keeping our fingers crossed that this coming October we'll be back in Novi with one of our big Detroit RV and camping shows.
And I didn't realize till I went to my first show, there's an RV for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
I mean, they've got the little teeny teardrop ones up to the ones that are bigger than my home.
Yes.
And more expensive.
And are more valuable than your home.
Yes.
Hey, what's the website, Bill?
It's MichiganRVandCampgrounds.org, and our new directory has just come out. I stopped at the Clary Rest area on the way up, and they're there, and people can pick one up at any one of the welcome centers across the state of Michigan. So please, or call and or go on our website and order one, and they'll mail it out to you.
Sounds great. Thank you. Bill Sheffer from Marvac. Great to see you.
Thanks for letting me be here.
Yeah, it's our pleasure.
Well, let's throw it back down to John and Amy at the Pink Pony and see what's up down there, guys.
Thanks so much, you guys. We are down here, yes, at the Pink Pony on the patio. I love watching the ferries come in and out. They're just coming in and out from Starline, and it's just such an integral part of the island. You almost keep time, right, by the ferries that are coming in and out. Well, we've got another guest with us who is in one of the most beautiful spots in Michigan, and she'll tell you right where she's located because it's on her hand, of course, like everyone in Michigan. We've got Catherine Kenny with us from Manistee County. She's the executive director of the Manistee County CVB. Welcome, and show us where Manistee County is.
So I always like to say Manistee County is in the northwest lower peninsula, and we're specifically in the Pinky area, about an hour south of the Sleeping Bear Dunes.
Beautiful. Now, you were just saying to me that, I mean, you have multiple things. You mentioned that you have something for everyone, but you have incredible waterways. You're on the shores of Lake Michigan. What can people expect when they come to Manistee County?
Manistee has a lot to offer. We have 3 Lake Michigan harbors, and we have 4 scenic rivers. And you can imagine how much fun you can have on the water in Manistee County.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. I didn't realize you had that many harbors.
Yes.
That's nuts.
Arcadia, Onekama, and Manistee harbors.
Oh my gosh. We also have some really great things that are happening downtown. And one thing that you guys have kind of adjusted to in the current times are some self-guided tours that have proven to be incredibly popular, right, Kathy?
Yes, the self-guided tours are really popular. We have a boutique shopping tour, natural wonders tour, the historic sites tour. We have the Brew and Spirits tour. So we have lots of tours. There's a tour for everybody. We have the M22 Coastal Tour, which M22 begins in Manistee, and it takes you all the way up through the Leelanau Peninsula and down to Traverse City.
One thing that I love about Manistee in that area is that downtown, it seems to be revitalizing and coming back. The last time I was there, I was in awe of the development, and also North Channel Brewing was beautiful. The beer was great. The food was great. It just has a great vibe.
So downtown Manistee is my favorite. I'm always said I'm a downtown girl, and we have the Vogue Theater, which has been renovated. So that's a really popular place to enjoy entertainment, especially if it's not a beach day.
Oh, and those do sometimes happen, but
Yes.
not usually. So I wanted to ask you, Kathy, when you say a self-guided tour, what does that mean to someone? How do they find out about it, and how do they plan their trip to do the self-guided tour?
So we have our tours are all mapped out and available for download, or they're on our website. It's visitmanasteecounty.com. And so it's just what it says. It's a self-guided tour, so you can do it at your leisure.
So you just look online and kind of follow along and wander around. And you mentioned that you had a beer and spirits tour that actually goes outside of Manistee County to incorporate some of your neighbors
Yes.
that are pretty well known for their beer and spirits.
Yes, we have a great brew and spirits tour because we have quite the community for organic cider at the Northern Natural Cider House. We have the Iron Fish Distillery, and they do the farm to still liquors in the area. And of course, we've got the North Channel Brewery, St. Ambrose, and it goes all the way up into Leelanau County.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that you're embracing your neighbors over on the west side
Absolutely.
of the state, so everyone can kind of get a part of what's going on in Manistee County.
Yes.
I love that.
Thank
So
you.
if people want to get more information and maybe plan a trip to Manistee County, where should they go?
Well, they could call me or
Directly. I don't know if I'd give that out, okay?
or you can go to visitmanasteecounty.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much. And make sure we'll get to that number a little later because, why not, right?
Why not? Call Kathy directly.
All right. Well, let's send it back to Grand Hotel. And I'm sure Dave and Tom, you guys love Manistee, right?
Love it. Really
Oh my
do.
gosh. Oh my gosh. Been there many times. Love
Yeah.
it, love it, love it. If you're just joining us right now, I want to remind you that this is Pure Michigan Live.
And we really are.
We are, yes. It's Pure Michigan Live, a return to summer, and we're actually live here on the front porch of the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island. I am, of course, Tom Dalden from the PBS TV show Under the Radar, along with Dave Lorenz from Pure Michigan. We're talking to some of the travel industry's most awesomest people today, just to give you an idea of the things that you can do. Now that we're opening back up, you can travel again, the things that you might want to do this summer. And we've got a great person with us right now, don't we,
We do,
Dave?
and in fact, she's here to answer that question you've always asked yourself. Which is your favorite restaurant for chicken? I don't think she's going to tell us, though. So Jamie Furbish is here from Frankenmuth Visitors Bureau. So Jamie, there's a hard question. It's like asking a Youper, where is your favorite
pasty?
Pasty,
Yeah.
because you can't.
Well, our favorite chicken's in Frankenmuth, of
There
course.
you go. That's
How's
a good way to say it.
that?
You have two really popular places,
We
and they're
do.
really great.
Yeah, Zunder's and Bavarian Inn.
Yep.
Great places, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a Frankenmuth, Funtown, USA. You have so many things going, and the good news is they're
Our
all coming
events are back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're so excited. Next weekend, we kick off the Bavarian Festival. Of course, we missed it in 2020, so we're super excited to have a lot of our events coming back. A big Friday night block party. The street will be closed down, and then we'll do it again all on Sunday for a parade. It feels like forever since we've had a great parade.
Oh, agree. Well, the events are what one of the most people think about Frankenmuth for, and of course the chicken dinners, which I can't say enough about, and Bronner's.
And Christmas.
Right,
Yeah.
and
Chicken
beer,
and Christmas. And beer.
And I have to say,
and a whole lot of fun.
If you've never been to Frankenmuth before, well, where have you been? And just any summer day to drive down the main street, what you do with flowers there,
Oh,
it's
thank
probably
you.
the prettiest town you can drive through in Michigan. It
Thank
really
you.
is.
Yes, our local city does an amazing job with the flowers all throughout Main Street and hanging baskets that weigh a bazillion pounds. They're just gorgeous. As the summer goes on, it continues to get more beautiful.
And every time I go, I discover a new place. You'd think a town that size, you'd have seen everything, but every time I go, there's something I haven't seen before.
Yeah, and you mentioned talking about events, right? We're talking about flowers. So in August, we have a flower festival that just started the year before the pandemic, actually. And so they've actually were able to have a limited event by ticket last year and kind of keep going and grow. And so we have a really cool, it's beautiful sunflower field that they do a dinner in, and it's just a spectacular
Are
event.
you doing Dog Bowl again?
We just had Dog Bowl.
Oh, I missed
yeah,
it.
You
Oh,
missed
and I have
it.
a dog and everything.
We did.
Doggone
it.
Well,
yeah.
so
Hot
I
air
know we're
balloons.
running out of time, but I have to quickly ask you about, first off, go to the, it's not a mall, what do you call it?
River Place
River
Shops.
Place. Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not a shopper, but really awesome. And I love the fact that you have somebody who will show you how to make swords.
Very cool.
Really, really
Yeah.
weird. And
Bavarian
different.
blacksmith.
But quickly, the river development. Very cool.
Oh yeah, we have a brand new river walk as we improve the levee in Frankenmuth, and so it's just a spectacular outdoor space. Whether you're just walking it, or you want to have a picnic, or enjoy the river on the kayaks or whatever. Yeah.
And I have to throw in a plug for Grandpa Tiny's farm.
Oh yeah,
one of
that's
the
where our Flower Fest is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's one of the most special places in Frankenmuth, and that I've just recently discovered. It's the only
Yeah.
blue barn I've ever seen, but what a great experience for families and for kids to go to Grandpa Tiny's farm.
It is.
You need to be there because there are so many things to do. So the website is
Frankenmuth.org.
frankenmuth.org. Check
easy.
it out. Funtown USA really is a lot of fun and
800 Funtown.
very
as a matter of
walkable.
fact.
We just go on and on and on. We only have so much time. Thank you.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
Good
Anyway,
to be with you.
back to the Pink Pony, and we'll see what John and Amy are up to, guys.
Hey, thank you so much. And it is continuing. This beautiful day just continues, and it gets better and better because the guests are just fantastic with a lot of great information. Amy, what do we have next?
Well, I was going to say one of the coolest things you can do on Mackinac Island is to just take a break and get on island time and stop, smell the lilacs, look out over the lake. And the best place maybe to do that is out at Mission Point in those beautiful Adirondack chairs on that expansive lawn. It's just such a quintessential part of Mackinac Island. So I'm happy to welcome, we've got Brendan Sheldon with us, who is the general manager of Mission Point.
Yes.
And we're so happy to have you with us because you guys have some new things that are happening there, but you also have some tips for people who maybe want to come visit Mission Point to be ready for the season, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we're excited for a busy summer and leading into a busy fall as well. Down at Mission Point, we've got expansive spaces, great for families, great for business, great for weddings. I tell everybody book now. The sooner you book for the fall, the better. We want to make sure everybody has the opportunity to have a great experience.
Well, when you get to Mission Point, it's truly a resort where kind of everything that you would need is there. So you guys have your pool open, you have plenty of places to dine. Tell us about what people can expect when they come to Mission Point.
Yeah, definitely. So our pool's open. At the moment, we have 2 of our dining outlets open. We have 2 coffee shops, our spa and salon, event space. We have our bike rentals, and then we have our 18-hole putt-putt course.
Okay, that's one of my favorite things to do on the island is the little putt-putt. Have you done that, John?
I believe I have, yes.
Yes, and it's so much fun. And I really like to do it, especially if you have kids. It's great, especially if they're teenagers, because it gives you something fun to do that you're not going to be super nerdy if you're doing it.
Yeah, exactly. And we also offer go golf in the evening too. So about from 9 o'clock to about midnight, you can get out there and it's all dark and your ball's lit up and the hole's lit up.
Okay, I have done that before and it is absolutely hilarious. Of course, my ball's always like, but there's something wrong with my ball. It doesn't glow the correct way is what I say.
One thing, Brandon, I was really impressed with is every time I go to Mission Point, it's so beautiful. Like today we were out there walking and we saw more flowers going into the garden, right? So picturesque. How important is having that beauty of the floral beauty?
Oh, it's so important. Today's day 1 of 10 days of we're moving all the tulips out and putting the annuals in, and the grounds crew is off to a great start.
I saw them digging up the tulips and I'm like, oh my gosh, are they actually doing this? But you are transforming all of your flower beds to be new seasonals. And
yeah,
that's pretty, you have a dedicated garden staff at Mission Point,
we do,
right?
Yeah.
So you truly are dedicated to this.
Yeah, we've got a staff of 11. They are pulling over the next 2 days, 33,000 tulips out of the ground and putting another 30,000 annuals in.
Oh my gosh, that's 30,000 tulip bulbs. That's insane. I love that. What else should people know about visiting Mission Point this year? You said book early because things are getting full. And so maybe look towards the fall if you're interested in coming.
Exactly. We have ample opportunities, for the group business, the corporate business, the families. We're excited about the offerings from our food and beverage outlets as well.
We definitely have some good things there. One of the other things I love is that you guys are way out on the point there. You're past downtown, so it's quieter.
Yes.
You can see the stars. It's a little bit of it's definitely more an island time out at Mission Point.
Yeah, we're the sunrise side of the island. The mornings are fantastic. Right now it's a little bit early, but if you can get up early and watch that sunrise, it's beautiful.
It's totally worth it. Well, if people want to book their trip to Mission Point, where should they go for more information?
Yeah, missionpoint.com.
Well, that's easy. I'm going to book my Adirondack chair for the next couple weeks. So it's just ready for me out on that expansive lawn.
We'll save one for you.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Tom and Dave back up to the Grand with you guys. Let's see who you have coming up next.
Amazing film.
Hey, here we are, and
we're
just talking here.
You caught us off guard, guys.
Sorry, guys. So we were listening at first. So sorry for getting distracted. But here's the thing: we were talking about Detroit. We can't wait to get back to Detroit.
Yeah.
Our biggest city.
Yeah.
The only city in America that's actually north of Canada.
Exactly, and my daughter lives. I have this special place in my heart for Detroit because my daughter lives down there. She's part of the whole renaissance of the city. She loves it. She lives right across from Belle Isle. She walks there every day, so we should probably introduce
I
our guest.
suppose Claude Molinari from Visit Detroit is here. And Claude, man, oh man, there are so many reasons to go to Detroit. Let's not waste the time. Just tell us about some of the things that we should know about. You know, because Detroit's kept on moving during COVID.
No doubt. It's been obviously a very trying time and difficult situation, but we're coming out of it really strong. This weekend, we've got the Detroit Grand Prix on Belle Isle. Right after that, we've got the Rocket Mortgage Classic, where Phil Mickelson, who just won the PGA tournament, is coming in to participate. Bedrock just created the Monroe Street Midway.
I couldn't remember the name of it either. Yeah, Monroe Street Midway, which looks so awesome.
And it's going to be it's got an outdoor roller skating rink and basketball courts and DJs and food trucks, and it's just going to be sensational.
The art there is awesome. If you've seen any pictures of that, I mean, actually on the pavement, you know, where the skating is done, it's beautiful.
And I was just there during Memorial Day. It was jam-packed and crowds everywhere, all over downtown, which was really exciting. From Corktown to Greektown to downtown to Midtown, people everywhere.
Yeah, well, this new experience, sorry, Tom, is right next to Campus Martius, which is literally the center of the city, and that's an awesome place to visit as well.
And again, Campus Martius this summer is going to be one of the key hosts of the horses are coming.
Horses going by. That's not my knee.
We're having the Motor City Car Crawler, MC3, which is a sort of like an auto show light outdoors, and that's going to take all the parks: Beacon Park, Campus Martius, Grand Circus Park, Cadillac Square, and there's going to be a charity preview event, and at that event, Sheryl Crow is going to be singing. So it's going to be another great event. That's August 5th through the 7th.
Yeah, my wife and I just last weekend, we went down and we got rented bikes, and we rode the DeQuinder Cut all the way up to Easter Market, had lunch, spent the day there, and came back. Everything from the DIA to Eastern Market to Southwest Detroit and the restaurants there. Detroit's become a food mecca. If you're a foodie, that is the new place to go.
And I'm so thrilled. The New York Times and the Washington Post have pretty much adopted our food and culture and fashion scene. They're constantly writing op-eds about those. And again, we had so many great restaurants coming online just before the pandemic. I believe we're going to, if any group can come back strong, it's going to be the restaurateurs. And that's where I think we're going to relaunch.
Yeah. Well, Detroit has proven that they can come back after challenge. You know, think about all those years of challenge, and then look what Detroit became. It's unbelievable how cool Detroit is.
Yeah.
I know we need to go, but the riverfront development, when I was last there a few weeks ago, Tom and I were actually there doing a segment, and they are finishing that last little bit of the riverfront. There's going to be 5.5 miles to walk, run, bike.
And USA Today just in a reader's poll, the Riverwalk was voted the #1 Riverwalk in all of America.
You know, here's the problem. We could talk about, you know, Detroit forever, like all these other destinations.
Yeah.
But you need to get back to Detroit, really. It is such an awesome place. And the thing is, I feel so welcome as a visitor to Detroit. People are so friendly, so happy to have you there. Go down for a game, just head to Detroit. It's fantastic.
I was going to say the sports district is world class. World class.
I'm not a big city guy, but I love Detroit. I'm honest to God serious.
Yeah.
It's a tremendous place.
Well, I'm a big city guy, and we've got an amazing situation going on in the city. And I also want to just take a quick announcement that a firm out of New York called Mad Events partnered with a firm out of Germany called Messe Dusseldorf, and they're putting a partnership together to create events specifically for the city of Detroit and Southeast Michigan. It's going to be a major event that's going to come taking place here.
Breaking news, heard it here first. It's a good thing to see. And, you know, it's just another great sign for Detroit. Claude Molinari, thank you so much. The website is?
VisitDetroit.com.
Go figure.
Yeah, it works out. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, back to Gonzo and Amy at the Pink Pony, guys.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear St. Ignace. Happy birthday to you.
I can't believe we just did that, Amy.
St. Ignace is celebrating a major birthday, and we are so excited to talk about it with Laura Brown, the executive director of the St. Ignace CVB. I'm telling you what, St. Ignace doesn't look a day over like 110. But what the heck, Laura? You guys are celebrating what this year?
350 years. We're the third oldest city in the nation.
Okay, let's say that again. 350 years for St. Ignace. That's incredible.
Yeah.
You know, you think about here in the Straits area, it is so full of history, and we know there are many old places, but 350 years is like kind of blows everything else out of the water, I feel like. What does St. Ignace have planned for this major birthday?
Oh, we have a great weekend planned. So starting on August the 19th, we have a 4-day celebration with lots and lots of history tours, cemetery tours. We have a new beer coming out to celebrate our town.
Wait, who's brewing the beer?
Beer to Mac out of Mackinac City, actually.
One of our favorites.
Yeah, so they're doing a Thimbleberry Wawadam wheat.
Oh my gosh, that sounds incredible. Okay, that's a whole nother segment.
that's a whole nother
We'll bring that to you later on mlive.com, but okay.
And then on Friday, we're going to have a celebration with the birthday cake, Miss St. Ignace. We're going to have kids games, stuff for the whole family, music all weekend. We're going to have beach music. We're going to have a grand parade on Saturday at 4 p.m. and then a kids' day all day Sunday. So come and visit us. It's going to be a great weekend.
Well, Laura, what is a celebration like this, 350 years? What does that mean to the St. Ignace community? You guys are a small community of regular residents. You get a lot of seasonal people, but what does something like this mean?
You know, it's so important because we're so historical. Our pillars are basically like history, culture, the outdoors and our events, of course, but we have so much history in St. Ignace to celebrate and be proud of. We have Heritage Days and powwows coming up. We have Native American festivals, and that all kind of celebrates and shows off our community and what we've grown from.
One thing that I love about St. Ignace is that culture and history that you get there. But you guys have so many darn events. Every time I look at your list, I'm like, man, you talk about a return to summer, and you're going to do it in a big way.
Yep. We have 25 annual events. So, I mean, every month there's an event. There's events across the Mackinac Bridge. There's a car show coming up in a couple weeks. We have Straits Area Brew Fest. We have Fish Feast. We have our annual pond hockey every February. That's a huge draw. People from all over the world will come and skate on our bay, our little bay in St. Ignace.
That is one of I love coming up here in the winter because it's such a different time to visit. But there's still crowds, but they're just different types of crowds, and they are really fun. And that pond hockey tournament is hilarious.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And we have the locals, and like I said, people from all over the country. And you know, we've had people from Czechoslovakia and of course Canada, big hockey place, and they all just get together and it's like a big family reunion. We have thousands of people in town in the middle of February in St. Ignace. So.
Well, don't wait until February to visit St. Ignace. Maybe come and visit them for their 350th birthday. There's no other town in Michigan that's that old. You're the third oldest town in the United States. We have to salute St. Ignace.
Thank you.
So congratulations on reaching this milestone.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Where can we get more information if we want to plan our trip there?
Oh, please visit stignace.com for all of our information, events, and all of our other local attractions.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And I hope it was okay to sing.
Oh, God, I love that. Thank you so terribly. Much. Sing terribly.
Let's see if our friends at Grand Hotel and on the porch can do a good a job singing as us.
So you know what you would call St. Ignace in like 4 years, and when they're like 354 years old, you know what you would say?
What, Dave?
You would say, 4. I had it in my mind, it just didn't come out very well. But
no, and I thought they were singing for me because my birthday was like 3 days ago. So I thought it was for me. I got all teary-eyed, then I realized it's not me. I'm like,
anyway. So we actually have live audience here, and everybody just left. So sorry, but sorry about that attempt at a joke.
We're going to talk golf now, which means I'm going to stop talking because I'm terrible.
We're here with Jada Paisley. She's from the Michigan Golf Association, Golf Course Association.
You got it.
Got it.
You got it.
So tell us some things, because people who actually aren't big golfers yet or aren't golfers yet, they need to know we have any golf course that they need to get started.
In the
and then
country,
to keep on going.
Yeah, Michigan has the highest number of public courses in the country per capita. We have 800 golf courses in Michigan.
I actually knew that. I don't even golf.
Well, you know what I like to say. Everyone's a golfer. They just don't know it yet.
Well, that's right. Well, the thing is, you don't have to be expert at this. Believe me, I used to golf 3 times a week back in my former life. Now I don't have time to do that. But this week, I'm going to golf 3 times.
Wow, good for you.
And it's going to be a little painful. I mean, for people who are watching me, but you still get out there. You can have a good time.
But are you having fun?
I am. I will.
Are you relaxed out there? Are you enjoying the camaraderie and bonding?
Yeah, if the phone's turned off, that's the idea.
That's what golf is all about. And I think that's what people found out during the pandemic, that it's a naturally socially distant sport.
Yes.
And it brought so many new golfers to the game, and that's just so exciting for our industry in Michigan. And you know, lots of newer golfers out there. You know, that's the future of golf. I'm a newer golfer, and you know, I'm golfing every week now, golfing with my family. It's a multi-generational sport that you can do from young to old, and we had a great time. And
well, you know, with so much variety of golf course types in Michigan, whether you're just beginning or whether you're an expert, you're going to find something out there.
right, and I would just encourage all the new golfers out there, if you are, you know, if you are a newer golfer, and like myself, a couple weekends ago, my family and I, from 9 to the adults in our group.
Yeah.
We went golfing, and I called the course and I said, you know what, there's half of us that are golfing and we're newer golfers. Where can you put us so that we're more relaxed playing?
Yeah.
And we had a fabulous time. And so that's what I would say to, you know, if you're new to golf, you know, get out there and just, you know, golf courses are used to putting people, you know, like us that are newer golfers,
Well,
where they're going to feel comfortable.
yeah, we also need to talk about, you know, the need, because people have kind of rediscovered golf. So if you want to go golfing, don't just show up and expect to get a tee time. You know, work in advance and, you know, plan it out.
Right, and calling ahead, that's really the way to go. That's what made me feel most comfortable. It's what made my family feel most comfortable. You know, I found out where the food and beverage opportunities were. Another new thing for all the new golfers out there that a lot of our golf courses in Michigan are doing is they're creating top golf experiences,
Yeah.
you know, and so that's really becoming the way to, you know, getting those newer golfers with practice and outdoor areas as well.
Do you know what Top Golf is?
No, see?
So basically, if I get it right, it's kind of like where you're almost like in a suite sometimes. You're kind of indoors, but you're
There's a
you're
hitting
golfing
bay right there.
out there.
Oh, I've seen those places.
You
yeah.
might have a couch behind you, a TV screen going,
Right,
your
right.
friends all there. It's a blast.
But I'm glad you said it's really about having fun, because we did a golf special and we golfed every place from Sweetgrass in the UP to the Gales to Boyne. We golfed Treetops, and there were a lot of guys out there like me that weren't really that good, but they were having fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was about, so it's not about, you don't have to feel like a pro.
No, it's just about being together. It's about being outside, enjoying pure Michigan. You know, I mean, that's what it's all about. It's enjoying the natural surroundings. It's about bonding with whomever you're with. And, you know, if you don't know that person that you're golfing with, by the end of the 18 holes, you're going to be good friends. So.
We need to find out more. What's your website?
MichiganGCA.org, and get out there and check some of the, you know, Rocket Mortgage Classic, the LPGA, the
Symetra tours,
everything, you know, and also check out Michigan.org too, because they'll have some great events there too.
Thank you, Jada Paisley. In fact, I'm going to golf at the Symetra event at Island Resort in a couple of days. And you know, I'm really horrible, but to play with those ladies who really know what they're doing, it's amazing. They're so good. They make it look so easy.
Yeah, well, you make everybody look good. Anyway.
You make everything look easy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, speaking of being outside and having fun, time to go back to the Pink Pony and check in with Gonzo and Amy. Guys?
Hey guys, thanks so much. We're having so much fun that we're over here laughing and talking with everybody. We've got a full patio. Everybody is enjoying the patio here at the Pink Pony, having dinner, getting drinks, as you do on Mackinac Island. You got to get on island time, relax and enjoy, which is something that you can also do over in a special region of Michigan. We've got Katie Stepp with us today, who is from Discover the Blue, used to be Blue Water area. And so you guys have undergone a kind of a new marketing tool. So tell us, first of all, where is the Blue Country in Michigan?
The Blue Water area is Michigan's thumb coast. So we're the 140-mile shoreline that covers the whole Michigan thumb, which starts down at Clay Algonac and it ends all the way at the tip of the thumb, which is Port Austin.
It's a big area. And And you guys truly, I mean, we've been over there multiple times. We like to visit Lexington, one of our favorite towns, Port Huron. It is truly gorgeous water, hence the name that you guys have come up with your rebranding.
Yes, it's beautiful water. So that's why we're called the Blue Water area, because there is so much blue. It's very Caribbean-like. It has all these different shades and tons of beaches. It's what everyone loves about it. Very serene.
We also have great fishing. You have a great boating community.
Yes.
You have great restaurants. Like Amy said, we love that area of the state. I'm a little partial to it because I'm from that area of the state. It's like my hometown almost. So I love the Port Huron and, of course, that whole area that just doesn't get enough attention.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. So talking about boating, right, and fishing, that's a big part of the community, right?
Oh, yeah, it's a huge community. You know, all of the shoreline communities have a harbor, marina, fishing. We've got the whole southern Lake Huron, and then the St. Clair River is super famous fishing. So you're getting a wide variety there that people love, and that's why they come to the area to see it. So
Do you have any boating events coming up?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's talk about this because this is a fun one.
This is the fun one, the Baby Mackinac Race. So it starts in Port Huron and it ends right here in beautiful Mackinac Island.
Why is it called the Baby Race?
Oh, it's the Bayview Mackinac Race.
Oh, sorry, the Bayview. I thought you said baby. I'm like, that seems like a long ways to go.
Yeah, the Baby Mac races. So those are leaving Port Huron on July 24th. So it's a Saturday. So the couple of days preceding, we have this big festival in downtown Port Huron. It's wonderful because all the sailing families are there. You can wave goodbye. It's very emotional. So we have a couple concerts going on, and you can wave goodbye to everybody, the sailors, as they head out to the start-finish line on Saturday morning.
I love that. I know it's a big party here on Mackinac when when the sailors all arrive throughout the day and the night, and people wait up for them, which is kind of fun to see the completion of it, right?
Yes. They end up here, but the concerts don't end there. We have a 92 concert series that's also in St. Clair this year. So throughout the entire summer, from now through September, there's a concert almost every day. So if you visit bluewater.org, you can see all the events going on. There's a ton now coming back. We're super happy about that. Welcoming you to come to the area and visit us.
92 concerts. That's a lot of live music. I mean, you couldn't go wrong, right? That's kind of crazy. Hey, one of your favorite festivals happens in the Thumb.
Oh, yeah. Well,
up in Caseville.
There's a lot of that cheeseburger festival. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I'll tell you though, thanks for mentioning that, Amy, because the towns along that Thumb Coast, right? Discover the Blue, Michigan's Thumb Coast. The towns all have their own identities and they're worth discovering. Can you kind of give us a sense of what different towns are in that area?
Yeah, so we start at the lower region, which is about 50 miles north of Detroit, which is the Clay-Algonac region. Harson's Island is there, which is beautiful. You have to take the ferry over, and it's really great scenic. It's mostly nature trails and things like that over there. And then it goes up to Marine City, which has been very popular. Lots of live theater, boutique inn. St. Clair, where the concert series is, the next town up. Marysville, Port Huron, and then we get up to Lakeport, Lexington, Harbor Beach, Fort Sanilac, Fort Hope, and then Fort Austin is all the way at the tip. So, but there's so many communities, small, tiny towns right in between all of those that we're not even mentioning. We're talking this giant coastline, and there's so much to see. Great road trip.
We agree. And I have to say, all the towns that you just mentioned, I'm thinking, oh yeah, there's that great restaurant there, like the Junction Buoy, and then you have to go to the Water Tower Sports Pub. And so many great places to eat and drink. And that's one of the things that we do, of course, at MLive is find those great places, hidden gems all across Michigan. And the Thumb certainly has them. Katie, where can people get more information about your beautiful coastline?
Yeah, you want to go to bluewater.org. Everything you need is on there. You can find all their places to eat, stay, all the great events. Check us out there. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And let's check in with Tom and Dave at Grand Hotel.
Thank you, John Gonzalez and Amy Sherman from MLive. I'm Dave Lorenz from Pure Michigan, along with Tom Dolden from the PBS hit TV show.
Smash hit Emmy Award winning.
Smash hit Emmy winning TV show Under the Radar. I wonder, I know you really have won Emmys.
A bunch of them, yeah. They're in my closet. I use one for gardening.
Well, it's really cool.
Thanks,
I really think it is.
Thanks.
Never won a thing.
I want to talk about Munising.
I do too. I always want to talk about Munising.
I love that job.
So I'm a radio show that we recorded today, and it's going to run in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I talked to one of the business people, the entrepreneurs from Munising.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, he just reminded me of all these cool things. And now we're with Corianne Searley. She is from the Munising Visitors Bureau. And Corianne, man, oh man, it's such a great place.
Munising is a great place. You know, if you ask me, the state's really great, but obviously I think Munising is the best place in the state.
You should think that. That's good. Well, let's describe it a little bit for people who have never been there before. So first off, it is right here. There it is, right here.
Yes.
And it's on Lake Superior.
Yes.
Can't get anything better than that. And then you have Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore.
Yes, we are home at Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore. So we are right on Lake Superior. We sit within a bowl. We're surrounded by Hiawatha National Forest. We have 17 waterfalls. We have white sand beaches, beautiful lighthouses, a lot of things to do outdoors in the Munising area.
Yeah, I always tell people, if you've never done the Pictured Rocks tour, you will not believe your eyes. And like you said, the waterfall tours are so much fun to do, and it's easy. You can take your family on these trails. In Grand Island, I have so many friends that go up there and they spend time in Grand Island. I've never been. What's that like?
Grand Island is another non-motorized island. Now, it's not like Mackinac Island.
Yeah.
It doesn't
No fudge.
have, yeah, no fudge. And it doesn't have all of the shops and the stores, but it has a beautiful path around the whole island. And geology of it is very similar to Pictured Rocks.
Yeah.
It's sandstone, there's waterfalls. It's absolutely gorgeous, very popular for hiking, biking, that type of
You
thing.
can see it from the air, from a helicopter or something, or a drone. It's really beautiful. Now, we need to get to it, some of the things you can do in Munising, just for time reasons. I was mentioning Tom Dolowski.
Yes.
So Rome Inn, one of the newer hotels.
Yes,
You got plenty of
absolutely.
hotels, but really cool place.
Yes, absolutely. So Roman is a boutique hotel, and it's the only boutique hotel in the area. It's 18 rooms. It was a lumber baron's home that was, sitting empty, and then Tom moved home. Tom's from Munising. He moved home and he remodeled it.
Well, he and the family and investors are putting other businesses. So there's a burger place, a new burger place, A Burger.
Yes.
It's the UPA. So A Burger. And then what's the coffee shop?
Gallery Coffee Shop.
Wow.
So Gallery Coffee Shop is another building that has had multiple uses, but it's the original department store for the area. And so that was sitting there, again, empty, and with the tourism that has come to the area, it has allowed people like Tom to develop these places into new businesses, and it is gorgeous. So there is all these beautiful photographs from area photographers, huge photos. I can't really tell you the size. They take up whole walls. You can buy some of the photos and get to know the photographers. They hold photography workshops, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, look at the palette to take pictures.
Oh, yeah. When Dave took me in there, that was an amazing experience with those photographs. Is Muldoon still there?
Muldoon's is still there.
Oh, okay,
Yep,
awesome.
and now we have Miners Pasties as well. So now we have a couple different ones.
I won't ask you your favorite, but the thing is, you go to Munising, authentic. It's authentic. It's a real little town that you're going to really want to visit.
Yeah.
You will love it. Yeah. Give yourself a little time too, because there's so much to see in a teeny little place.
More information at?
Yep.
More information at munising.org.
Munising.org, easy to do. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And for more information on Michigan in general, we're going to go back to the Pink Pony for some fun with Gonzo and Amy.
Thanks, Tom.
I totally forgot.
We are having a great time. One of the questions, John, that we get all the time is, where's your favorite place in Michigan? And it's like picking your favorite child. You really can't. But one thing that we like to say is, where are some hidden gems that maybe you were unaware of some of the stuff that they had to offer, right? And what's one of our number one responses when people say, where should we go that maybe we hadn't thought about going before? And what do we always say?
Jackson! Yeah, because at MLive, we do these searches and we're always looking for, these great restaurants and hidden gems, like Amy said earlier. And we end up coming back to Jackson and we're like, wow, can they have the number one donut? Again, I mean, there's just so many great restaurants and places to discover that we kind of go back to Jackson all the time.
It is truly a foodie paradise down there. They've got great restaurants, great bars, fun things to do. And we've got Craig Hatch with us, who's the executive director of Experience Jackson. He's going to tell us what's happening this summer in one of our favorite towns.
This summer, we don't have enough time for the whole summer. Let's start with downtown. Our downtown over the last 10 years has grown immensely. You're talking about the restaurants, the bars, the activity, the events our DDA is putting on this summer with cruise-in nights and concerts and shows. It's an amazing thing to see us finally come out of this and see Jackson come back to the life it was starting, again, 10 years ago. As you talk about it being a hidden gem, we were always just Jackson. Everybody thinks it's just Jackson. Well, you haven't been there then, especially in the last 5 years. So, yeah, it's been amazing to see everything coming back to our downtown and to our communities.
Well, yeah, the one thing that I love about it is that sometimes people in the community don't realize the hidden gem they have there, right?
Yeah, and that's really Experience Jackson. We're spending a lot of time, we're starting to spend some time and to try to promote that to the community as well. Remember everything we have there. I mean, from all the way up to a NASCAR race and one of the best music festivals and faster horses in the nation, all the way down to, we're going to hopefully bring our blues festival back soon. We have our balloon festival. We have, if you've not been downtown Jackson to see the Bright Walls, this is an amazing, there are currently 40 murals all over downtown Jackson, painted and produced by some of the best artists in not just America, but in the world. So it's just an amazing walk to all those restaurants and bars to enjoy.
Why did you look at you, Amy?
I don't know. I guess I have a reputation, but yes, I do love to eat and drink my way across the state. But those murals are absolutely incredible. They're you can't find them anywhere else, and they are really unexpected in Jackson.
Yeah, the Bright Walls group has done an amazing thing, and we have one more year left. So they've postponed to 2022 to have one more festival to blow it out and have some more murals done. But just go to brightwallsjackson.com and just look at the murals in pictures, and you're going to be impressed. And they're so much more impressive when it's on a 3 or 4 story building. It's just, they're amazing.
Yeah, it's super fun to walk around downtown and check those out. Now, you mentioned Faster Horses. And John, I know you're doing a lot of coverage for that on mlive.com. What makes Faster Horses a special outdoor festival? And we missed it last year, right? We didn't get to have it last year. So this year is even
So
better.
you bring the brains of Live Nation to the abilities of Michigan International Speedway. And that group combining and partnering to create what they created. So boy, we're going into year 6 or 7. Just a great festival to visit. It's a beautiful site, beautiful camping, and an amazing time.
And how many people show up for Faster Horses? This is a big deal, right?
Oh yeah, I believe they get up in the 40,000-50,000 a day.
Right there on the Speedway.
Right there on the Speedway's property. It's actually not in the grandstands. It's behind the Speedway. They've taken a beautiful field, rolling hills, and turned it into a venue. A beautiful venue.
Now, John, you've gone to Faster Horses.
I have gone to Faster Horses, and it's just mind-boggling the amount of activity going on. The concerts are one thing; they have a couple different stages, and but it's the people watching and everyone just having a good time. But I tell you what, the other thing I love about Jackson is there are things to do for those that love nature too, right?
Yeah, we have. Our trails continue to grow. Of course, the lakes and the rivers. If you kayak, if you fish. All Sports Lake, if you want to go swimming, you want to go fishing, you want to go anything. We have some of the cleanest, most amazing lakes. The Falling Water Trail continues to grow. It can take you across almost the entire county, visit some beautiful spots, some beautiful little communities, some beautiful lakes. So yeah, our outdoor, again, it's one of those hidden gems that folks don't realize what we have there.
So many things you can do in Jackson. I love it. Now, we always say it, right? Jackson, people think of it, first of all, as prison town, right?
Yep.
And there are several prisons there. But one of the cool things you can do is actually go to the museum and have the experience of what it is like in
Yeah,
the
there are prison tours. And actually, again, when you talk about the culture in Jackson, we have a great underground railroad tour and all kinds of other culture. We have over 12 museums of all kinds of different, from cars to Civil War and war history. So again, it's one of those places that people don't realize. Jackson was one of the places we started building cars, and it ended up in Detroit. But there's such great history with automobiles right there in Jackson.
And don't forget, Amy, they also do conies. You hear Detroit style and you hear Flint style, but there's a Jackson style too.
Yes, there are. That's why I got to watch the eating. It's we continue to grow restaurants. I have to check them out, and it's put a few pounds on. So
we understand your pain. We understand
sure
your pain.
do.
Yes, but if you are a Coney dog aficionado, you must go to Jackson to try their style, because it is truly unique and a little bit different, right, from Flint and Detroit, and part of the Michigan history of the Coney dog.
Absolutely. Go to experiencejackson.com and come see us.
All
right, we'll be down there to visit you soon, I hope, right?
All right, let's check in with Dave and Tom on the porch of Grand Hotel.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Craig. Boy, I understand about this COVID weight gain. I was just thrilled that the porch is wide enough for me. Let me just tell you that. It's the longest porch. I didn't know it was going to be wide enough.
Yeah, and I forget, is it the longest porch in the world? Or
in America.
In America.
In the world. In the universe.
Oh my gosh. In the known universe.
It is.
Well, next up, Dave and I are going to talk about one of our favorite areas, and it's the Ann Arbor, the greater Ann Arbor area, which encompasses Ann Arbor, Dexter, Oh, great! There's a great barbecue place there. It's called Hotel Hickman. Chelsea, Manchester, Ypsilanti, Milan, and Saline.
And of course, Ann Arbor is known for events worldwide, really, truly, because of their art festivals and such. So they're going to have the Ann Arbor Summer Festival starting in just a few days, June 12th through July 5th, world-class celebration of arts and entertainment. And it goes on and on and on. It really is. It's a cool thing.
And actually, one of my favorite events ever is the Ann Arbor Art Fair. That's world known as well. It's the place where I go every summer when it's happening, and I find that piece of art, that special piece of art that I didn't realize I had to have, and there's usually 5 of them. But yeah, it's the Ann Arbor Art Fair. It's July 15th through the 17th. Thousands of artists. So go there, look for some stuff for your home. The restaurants are amazing. So yeah, the Ann Arbor Art Fair is, if you've been, you know what I'm talking about. It's an amazing event.
And you know, I like to travel and look for art. I'm an art fan, so I want to go to places that are friendly to art in Ann Arbor area. The entire area really is.
And actually, all the art in my home is from artists I have met.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I like meeting the artists, talking to them. Learning more about their work, and then so it just makes it more fun and interesting to have stories behind the art in your home.
All of our art are former puzzles. So, so here's one: sounds
Coloring
and
books.
sights on Thursday nights. Sounds and sights on Thursday nights. It just has a rhythm to it.
Yes.
So every Thursday, starting July 1st, going through August 12th, in the evening, 6:30 to 8:30, they have several performances taking place all throughout downtown Chelsea. Chelsea, the home of the Purple Rose Theater.
And Jiffy Mix.
Yep. Howdy.
Yeah, Howdy. He's awesome.
Howdy is great.
Yeah, you should go tour the Jiffy Factory there.
Oh, it's really
amazing.
cool.
This next event we've actually had on our television program, Under the Radar. You should watch it. It's the 68th annual Manchester Chicken Broil. The entire town gets together, and they serve up 10. You should see the barbecue pit that they put together.
I saw that episode.
It's gigantic. It's a giant semicircle, and they serve up 10,000 chicken dinners in a 4-hour period. And the whole town is there helping out. We got to meet actually the master of their coleslaw. He was like this 11-year-old kid who was hilarious, and he wouldn't tell me the secret, but it's an amazing event. They do it for charity. The whole town shows up. It's the 68th Manchester Chicken Broil. It's on July the 17th from 4 until 8 p.m. So you've got to get there and get your chicken dinner.
Ooh, sounds good. Now, big event. Thunder over Michigan at Willow Run Airport is back. August 7th and 8th, my birthday. So 4 shows, 2 each day. I take checks and personal credit cards as well. New this year is the drive-in style to keep everybody safe. So they have amazing performances by the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds.
Yeah, we were there one year for the show, and I'm standing looking for the planes. And they do that flyover where they sneak up behind you, and they come over your head at 11 billion miles an hour, and it's scared the bejesus out.
They have the world's largest gathering of Mitchell B-25 bombers during all 4 shows.
Can't wait. So get to the Ann Arbor area.
Just a few things there.
Yeah, so
it's a great
anyway,
place.
it's time now to check in with the folks, that being Gonzo and Amy down at the Pink Pony. Guys?
No, I got to be.
We hear you.
Well, we can hear you.
We hear
Hello.
you.
Do we surprise you?
Oh, no.
I'm trying to not fall off the dock.
She's right
I'm right on the edge. I'm right on the edge, but it's all great here at the Pink Pony Patio. It's very busy here, right by the pool. If you've been, the hot tub right here, and the ferries are coming and going. The water is so crystal clear. I love looking at that over the edge of the dock. And right now, we're going to talk about festivals and events that are happening across Michigan. Right, we've got Mike Sukent with us from the Michigan Festival and Events Commission, and here you are. And so you're going to talk a little bit about what people can expect this summer and how things are reopening and festivals are happening again.
Well, things are wide open right now. Well, not wide open, but from where we were a month ago, it's just unbelievable. And the festivals and events that have been going on right now are saying that their volume is a record pace. Everybody is at a record pace. Everybody is moving in. Some of the people that were going through remorse are rescheduling. I mean, one of the fine examples was the Ann Arbor Art Show. They canceled. Then the governor opened up things, and they pivoted. That's another key word that we learned in 2020 was pivoting. And a lot of people have reinvented themselves and doing the things. This past weekend, my wife and I went to 2 festivals, one in Sports Creek Hometown Days. Unbelievable attendance there. We went on Saturday to the art fair in Flushing. Again, great attendance there. One of my coworkers went to Kerwood in Owasso. This weekend, we've got Flushing, we got Davison, Grand Blanc, Bavarian Festival, and Frankenmuth. So that's just in that area there, the greater Flint area. There's festivals and events going on all over. If you go to our website, MichiganFun.com.
Hey!
MichiganFun.com.
You'll see that, and I checked it before I got here, there are only 2 festivals that have actually canceled for the month of June. Everything else for the rest of the year is all on. It's all on.
And what you do at MichiganFun.com is you put together these lists of festivals so people can find them all in one handy place to plan their trips.
And we do marketing and promotion. We also do advocacy. And when everybody was looking for the guidelines as far as what they needed to do to be able to put on a safe event, we went and got those, and worked with our partners and got those guidelines and sent them out to everybody, so everybody knew exactly what they needed to do to be able to hold a safe event.
That's awesome. All right, so Mike,
Yes.
give us 3 festivals that we should not miss this summer in Michigan. And in no way are you playing favorites to anyone, but I'm just curious, what would be some really interesting ones, or ones maybe off, I've got one right off the top of my head.
Okay, well, go ahead.
Is Trufant, the Stump Festival, which is always I always find that hilarious. I'm like, there's a Stump Festival in Michigan.
Well, my staff will laugh if I don't say it, but it's Cheeseburger Festival. I love the Cheeseburger Festival. That's one of them.
And that's in Caseville, at the tip of the thumb, right?
Yep.
Yep.
I would say the Cherry Festival in Traverse City. I mean, you got to have that. And I have another one, but it's hard to pinpoint the festival. I would just like to say Frankenmuth, because I can't pick one because there's a festival there every other weekend. The Thanksgiving Day Parade, the America's Thanksgiving Day Parade in downtown Detroit, it's a must-see event. There's all over the place.
There's so many.
Let me ask you this question.
My short answer would be, which event do you have to be? Yes, all of them. All of them.
Well, one thing really quick I'm curious about is the spirit and the excitement of these communities, because these festivals and events that you have on your website is all about community, right? So when you're talking to these organizers, I mean, how can you explain their excitement for returning, back to normal?
Well, I think to go back to normal, you take into consideration what the economic impact is of festivals and events in the state of Michigan. I mean, it's a huge number. It's over $1 billion a year in economic impact. So when you're talking about small town USA, when a festival comes into town, the restaurants are making money, the bars, the party stores, the gift shops, the gas stations, everybody is seeing a boom. And for many of those communities, it's those dollars that get them through their season. So it's huge. Everybody is excited. We were up in Boyne for the Mushroom Festival, and I think that was right when the restrictions were lifted, and everybody was having a blast there. The vendors were running out of inventory. I walked down to downtown to the restaurants and stuff like that. The street was bustling, and it was cold outside. But I mean,
we don't care about that in Michigan.
People were getting out. People were getting out.
We're excited to hear that. Well, Mike Sukemp from Michigan Festivals. Again, where can people get all the information about festivals happening all over the state of Michigan this summer?
MichiganFun.com. Everything's on MichiganFun.com.
He's got it. Now, gentlemen up at the Grand, do you have, your website right there on your shirt? Because it makes it real easy to share your message. I love it. Thank you, Mike, so much for joining us.
We're bringing back the fun in 2021.
I like it. That's a new tagline. All right, guys up at the Grand, here you go.
Did Amy just call us gentlemen?
I think so. Very nice.
Thanks, guys. I told Dave I wanted to introduce our next guest for 2 reasons. One, she's a very good friend of mine. Actually, 3 reasons. 2, I love the Upper Peninsula.
Too.
Well, okay, she's a friend of both of ours.
Yeah.
And I love to say her name. It's Tasha Steelstraw from up in the Newberry region, right? Up in the UP. And there is so much up to do where you live.
There's a lot up to do up there.
Yeah. To do up there.
It is the UP, up.
Right,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, it really is. So we're going to talk about the winter stuff where you guys, are having a lot of fun in wintertime. But this time of the year, What are some of the favorite attractions in the Newberry area?
Well, we're really close to Tequamanon Falls State Park, so that's kind of the best known big attraction.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Pretty great place to be.
And I tell people when they go there, go to the lower falls. Make sure you go to see the lower falls because that's an up close and personal experience. You can actually get out, take the little boat to the island and go around and actually get into the waterfalls. So it's
Yeah, great for swimming in the water right there and swim under in the little waterfalls coming down. And
There is a trail between the lower and the upper falls. I recommend to run down instead of up like I did. It's a lot easier.
And they're open in the winter too.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
is one of our beautiful state
awesome.
parks in the wintertime. So 4 seasons
Awesomely
of the
beautiful.
falls. Yeah.
And there's
absolutely.
Oswald's Bear Ranch up there.
And Oswald's Bear Ranch are open in the summertime, so come on up and see some black bears, and not as up close and personal with them.
Right,
but-
But I tell you, because they've rescued all those bears and they care for them there, and you can get pretty close.
You can
to
get pretty
them.
close, yep.
And it's really cool to see them because it's still in a wild environment, and they are not tame. So don't start thinking that.
They're not, and it's a great place to walk around for a little bit and get out of the car, and kids can see plenty to do and see for an hour or so in the true UP experience.
It is a UP experience. Now let's kind of transition over to not summer, but winter. Yes, it's coming soon. There are a few of us who love winter. Yes, and one of the things you can do is head over to Tasha's
And Dog Sled, we actually did this on our program. You own Nature's Kennel Dog Sled Adventures, correct?
Correct.
And what an amazing event that is.
So for those people who get through summer just to get to winter,
Yeah, that's my
that's
dog,
actually
yeah.
the reason we
Yeah.
have summer, is just so we can wait for winter.
Right.
Well, and the thing about it is, these dogs, they live to pull. They love to pull. It's really fun to watch them.
They are, and Tom, he's a great musher. He ran a dog team. He's professional
You're
now.
being kind. It was so cold. It was during the polar vortex when we were there that all of our cameras froze. But the dog. You're right. The dogs love it. They live for it, and you treat them so well. You put them up for adoption when they're done.
We do,
It's
yeah.
it's such a wonderful experience to go out in the woods, and it's amazing once you start into the woods and the dogs get so quiet, and it's just all you hear is just the sled and the
Sliding
wind.
along.
It's an extremely peaceful, true Upper Peninsula adventure, that's for sure.
Well, now that we've made it through COVID mostly, this coming winter, let's hope we're through it completely. Do you expect you're going to, have a multiplicity of tour opportunities?
We are, and we ran all of our tours last winter as well, had a full season, extremely busy season. We were sold out for the season by
Wow.
December.
Because you do overnight
So
experiences
we do
where you go out and
overnight,
spend
yeah.
the night and come. Yeah.
Yeah, overnight.
shorter tours,
And
too.
shorter trips, people learn to drive their own dog team. That's the big part of our trip.
I almost
Yeah.
learned. Yeah, anyway, I almost do a lot of stuff.
Well, we have a ways to wait before we can do dog sled experiences.
Yeah.
But when you do, you'll want to check out Nature's Kennel in the Newberry area. Actual town is
McMillan.
McMillan, which is a neat little place.
Real close, real
What's the
close.
website?
Nature'skennel.com.
Easy.
Can I say your name again?
Nature'skennel.com.
Tasha Steelstra. I just love your name.
Thank you, Tasha. Appreciate it.
And speaking of names, here's two names, Gonzo and Amy, and they're down at the Pink Pony having a whole bunch of fun, right, guys?
We sure are. We're experiencing one of the quintessential things that happens on Mackinac Island. You can kind of tell the time by when the ferries arrive. And right now, Starline is pulling in right behind us. They just gave us a toot toot, which was pretty loud. Everyone's on board and they're waving as they pull into Mackinac Island, which is so much fun.
There it is. You're right, though, Amy. That says Mackinac Island right there, right?
Absolutely.
And a return to summer is being here.
It is, as Starline pulls in. And Jerry, we have to say welcome. You're the CEO of Starline. We tried to time the ferry pulling in so you guys could see it happening. You guys have undergone a lot of change in the last couple of years.
Yes, we have.
What can people expect on Starline this summer?
Well, what they can expect is a greatly expanded schedule. We expanded schedule significantly from last year. We've got a lot boats running about every 15 minutes during peak times. The latest boats off the islands, the most bridge trips, and we also have the pirate ship back this year. And we've added new is the Appledore, which is a tall sailing ship who has partnered with us to do sailing cruises off Mackinac Island and out of St. Ignace for their 350th birthday this year.
Wow. Okay, wait, let's go back to the pirate ship. Ahoy, matey, permission to come aboard. What's that all about?
Well, that's a pirate ship, the Good Fortune. It sails out of Mackinac City multiple times a day, and it brings people here to Mackinac Island. Trip takes about a half hour, and on it we have real pirates for today that are doing pirate dancing and all kinds of fun piratey things on the boat. You know, do you know what's the
Fun
piratey things? Yeah. What's the pirate's favorite letter?
I don't know.
It's the C.
Dude, that's a good dad joke. I'm loving it.
That's a great one. I'll tell you what, though, I love all these things that you're doing with the water because that's part of Mackinac Island. It's part of Michigan's history as well. It's all about making a great experience for people that come here to enjoy the area. And, you know, we like to say, you know, your island adventure begins here at Starline.
And it certainly does. I love that you've expanded your runs and during busy times that it's every 15 minutes. Sometimes, you know, it's usually every half hour, but to be able to just walk up to the dock and hop on and get to island time, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, and talking about island time, we are running the classic boats too this year. And we've added bridge trips on that go under the bridge on the classics, which are nice and slow. We play music on the boats, and we also have a full bar, and we serve beverages, and people can really just enjoy the trip to the island or back to the mainland where they can go under the Mackinac Bridge and just relax and have a great time.
Now, we have to say we love the bridge trip when we plan for it, but there have been times where we didn't know we were on the bridge trip and we were coming to the island to do an interview, and suddenly we're like, oh no, what's happened? We're going to be a little bit late.
Boat's going the wrong way. Bridge trips take a little bit longer, but it's just more time to enjoy. And every time you go underneath the Mackinac Bridge, it's just a great new experience. I've been underneath it hundreds of times, and it's awesome. It's awesome every single time. I'll tell you what, for those that haven't been on a ferry, which I find hard to believe, but it's possible, right? Can you give us an idea, like, are you coming from St. Ignace, Mac City, and how long does this ferry trip take? Well, we have docks in both ports at St. Ignace and in Mackinac City, and it takes about 18 minutes to get across. St. Ignace is a little quicker because it's just a 5-mile trip, and Mackinac City is a 7-mile trip.
Easy breezy.
Love it.
Great way to arrive to the island. You can see them right now. They're still kind of parking the ferry. They're going to let everybody off, and then they'll reload and head back out. What time is the last ferry on the island during the summer?
Well, it changes as the summer goes on. Right now it's 9:30, and in a few weeks it'll change to 10:30 off the island.
That's pretty late. I didn't realize that was the last one. That's awesome.
Are you seeing more and more people though? I mean, what's the normal? Do they come early in the morning and stay all day? I mean, is there a peak time? We see people flowing across all day long. Typically, mid-morning, you know, you see quite a few people come over and spend time on the island and come back late in the afternoon. Just depends what they're coming over for. A lot of people like to come over and see the island and walk around and just enjoy the sights, and then go and have a nice dinner and enjoy some of the nightlife as well before they head back.
Awesome. Well, if people want to, I'm sure they can buy their tickets ahead of time online to prepare for their trip. How should they do that?
They can do that at MackinacFerry.com, and they actually get a discount on those tickets. And we actually have a package called the Mac Pass where they can get a round trip ticket, you know, on the Hydrojet ferry, and actually go and see the fort as well, and add some other features of the island too, if they, you know, would like to do that, and save a bundle of money at the same time.
Hey, one-stop shopping. You can't go wrong with that on Mackinac Island, right? Jerry, thank you so much for sharing the story of Starline. We super appreciate it, and for timing the arrival of the ferry perfectly for the show.
Well, you're welcome, and thank you for having us on. You got it.
Absolutely. All right, back to you guys at the Grand, Tom and Dave.
Hey, thank you guys, and what a beautiful evening it is here on Mackinac Island. It is Pure Michigan Live, a return to summer. I'm Dave Lorenz from Pure Michigan, along with Tom Dalton.
Can I take my tie off now?
TV show Under the Radar. Oh. No, you can't take it off yet. Show's going to be wrapping up pretty soon. So stick around for a little bit more because we have great guests for you. And in fact, our next guest is going to tell us about one of my favorite little beach towns along the Lake Michigan shoreline.
It's one of the most iconic little beach communities that every time you go, you're like, oh, I could live here.
It's the South Haven area, and Jennifer Sistrunk is here from the Visitors Bureau. Jennifer, relatively new, right?
I am. I just took over about 2 weeks ago.
Yes,
so,
congratulations.
Yeah.
Really happy to have you with us. Now, you grew up in South Haven. You know all about South Haven.
I do. I've been there most of my life. My husband was born and raised there. We know the town in and out. We live right across the street from the lake. It's wonderful.
Well, okay, now, when you go to South Haven, you know, I've been there a million times, and there's something special about it. Especially you go through the downtown area, all the shopping, all the dining.
Mhm.
But then if you go a little bit farther, you get to the top of this hill and you see that view.
Oh, yeah.
You have the marina and the beach, and it's just, yeah, it's iconic. It's beautiful. And when we were there, we featured a little restaurant called Taste.
Yeah.
Is it still there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're still there. Joel and Heidi are still there. They're
Oh.
still thriving. They're wonderful. They're a fabulous couple. They actually met in that building. I don't know
Yep.
if you guys know that
Yep.
or not, but they met there and then they bought it and they've had a wonderful business since then. It's great. It's a local favorite. Guests love it. I mean, they're doing a really great job there.
Lots of great restaurants in South Haven. I
There
know
are.
you used to work, when younger, you worked at
Mhm.
one of them.
I did. I worked at Clementine's, which is on the corner on
Really
the opposite
popular.
side. Yes,
Really
they used to be a
popular
bank. You know, a lot of people go there for there's a lot of history there, and you know, it's just a really impressive building right in the heart of South Haven.
And we stayed in a little hotel that was right on the marina. Is that still there?
Yeah, so that's Old Harbor Inn. They're
Yeah,
still
yeah.
there.
Yep.
There, and that's very walkable too. You know, they're right downtown. People love to stay there because they can walk around town. You can walk to the beach from there. You can walk to the restaurants from there. You can walk to the other lighthouse from there. So it's really great to stay downtown.
Well, it's a maritime themed town, I guess you could say, because you're right on the water and you live the maritime experience, and you
Mhm.
have a great maritime museum.
We do. We have a wonderful maritime museum. The Michigan Maritime Museum is home to the Friends Goodwill. So it's really cool. It's a replica of Tall Ship. It goes out. I've actually been out there with my family. It's a lot of fun. So I would encourage anybody to go check that out. They're going through a lot of renovations right now. So I would keep an eye on that. In the next year or two, you'll see a lot of changes in the area. It's already you can already see it now, but it's really going to be amazing.
Yeah, it is, like I said, the quintessential little beach town. It's beautiful.
Well, Tom and I were at the museum last fall, I think it
Yes,
was,
yeah.
and we got on the big boat, but they have a little boat that goes up the river too, which is a really cool little thing. So you get to see that, but the museum itself, it's worth a visit, and then you need to just explore the town. It's one of those places that you just want to kind of soak it all in.
You do. And it's so easy to do that. That's the wonderful thing about South Haven that I always tell people. It's so walkable. You know, you can park your car downtown, you can stay at any of those hotels, and you don't have to get back in your car. You can park your car, you can go to the beach, you
Yeah.
can
Throw on your flip-flops
Oh, yeah.
and just...
Yeah,
yep.
you can go to drink, you can go shopping, you can take your kids to the splash pad that's downtown.
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, you can get the full South Haven experience without even having to drive.
Well, you know, the beach experience is fantastic, but I think that's one of the things that are really cool is you have a farmer's market like right downtown, very close to your office.
It is. It's right outside my office window. So every Wednesday and Saturday, I can look out my window and I see folks walking around out there, kids. You can go. Actually, I went and walked out of my office and saw the cheese people out there. Got a little cheese for lunch. So, no, it's a very cute farmer's market. It's growing. We actually have a nighttime farmer's market that we're testing out this summer on Thursday nights. You can come.
It's like date night or something?
Kind of like
Go pick
that.
up some
It's a little more.
vegetables
Yeah. It's more than vegetables. It's there's jewelry, there's T-shirts, there's soaps, there's all kinds of things. Because when you think about a farmer's market, you think that it's just farming, but it's more than that.
And it's an outdoor market. You get all that fresh air and all that beauty. And the mural right there is really beautiful too. So check out South Haven. You're going to love it. What's the website?
It is southhaven.org.
Southhaven.org. One of our beautiful little beach towns that
Yep.
just kind of spot Lake Michigan. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you.
It's good to see you.
Time to check back in with Amy and Gonzo from M Live down at the Pink Pony.
We are here at the Pink Pony, of course, and the ferry has left the building. Yes, the ferry is gone, but guess what? There'll be another one coming back. We just don't know when. We're having a great time here, meeting so many great people and hearing these stories about our return to summer. And Amy, who do we have next?
Well, we have a friend with us whose city just won a major award.
A major award?
A major award. I know, and I'm really excited for them. Amanda Wilkin from Charlevoix. You guys just got a pretty big deal handed to you.
We did. We won the best harbor in the United States. So
congratulations!
Yeah, we're pretty happy. We're in front of this beautiful harbor here in Mackinac. But we are the most beautiful harbor in the United States. So we are feeling pretty good about that.
It is a beautiful harbor. Can you give us a little more details about it? Because I remember going through there and there's just so much to do, right?
There's a ton to do. Yeah. So you dock your boat and you have grocery shopping. You've got restaurants, bars, retail, boutiques. You can even get off your boat and stay for a while, stay at one of our hotels or lodging properties downtown. So it is just absolutely gorgeous and it's all walkable. Everything is walkable within about 5 minutes. So it's a perfect little town and absolutely gorgeous.
Well, we would agree. It's nestled on the shores of Lake Michigan, which is arguably, in my mind, the greatest of the Great Lakes. Superior, you can come at me later, okay?
Wow.
But one of the things I've gotten to do that is so amazing is come into the harbor at Charlevoix on the tall ship Manitou, which is a old school sailing ship. And you come down the channel and the bridge opens up and, you kind of are on this giant sloop, right? Like an old pirate ship almost, and you're waving like a movie star. And then you pull into the harbor and there's all these incredible boats to look at and everyone's walking along the edges. And like you said, it's just incredibly walkable. And then you can pop off and go shopping and there's great stores and fun things to eat. It's just a really cool town to visit, whether you're coming in on a boat or not.
True. Yeah. Just boat watching or being on a boat. Either one is fantastic. And you can walk to the Early Young Mushroom Houses from there as well, which is.
Let's talk about that, Amanda, the mushroom houses. Now, if you have seen these, maybe in some, promotional literature about Charlevoix, the mushroom houses are super cool and have an amazing story.
Yes. They were built in the mid 1900s and they are just amazing. They are called mushroom houses because they look like they grew up out of the ground. So very natural looking, cedar shake roofs, undulating roofs, just beautiful. There's 27 of them, and you can't go inside of them because they're privately owned, but they are just absolutely beautiful and so cool. And the architecture is just incredible. Definitely something to put on your bucket list.
When you do the mushroom house tour, right, where you hop in the little golf cart and cruise around, and they'll give you the tour and explain all the houses to you. We did that, and it was so much fun.
So fun. Yeah, it's such a great time.
And then, of course, on top of that, you have a great restaurant community and some pretty darn good food there too.
We do. Yeah. I was on the Googler the other day looking up
the Googler
restaurants, and I was like, there's 18 restaurants within a quarter of a mile of where I'm sitting right now, which is incredible for such a small town. So there's a lot to choose from and some really good, quintessential Northern Michigan restaurants, some fancy, some low-key, whatever you're looking for, Charlevoix's got it food-wise.
Which is pretty cool. Another thing you can do in Charlevoix is you can grab a plane ride over to Beaver Island, which is a completely different experience and something very unique to Michigan.
It is. We say it's the opposite of Mackinac Island. So it's very, very rustic and beautiful, natural. There's only a couple restaurants, but it is just incredibly beautiful. The beaches are top 10 beaches I've ever been to in my life. It's just very beautiful place to be.
What is there to do in the Charlevoix area with when it comes to nature and trails and things like that?
There's some great biking and hiking trails. The Little Traverse Wheelway is a very popular one. It goes from Charlevoix, Bay Harbor, Petoskey to Harbor Springs. So that's one of my favorites because it is all along Lake Michigan. So you get to see the lake throughout the whole trail. And then there's also Fisherman's Island State Park, which is one of my favorites as well. Great hiking, Petoskey stone finding, which is one of my favorite pastimes. So it's a great place to be as well.
You're pretty lucky that you get to be up there and running everything at the Charlevoix CVB. Amanda Wilkin, where can people get more information to plan a visit to your area?
Yeah, just go to visitcharlevoix.com and you can find us there.
I love it. All right. Well, gentlemen, again, I use this term loosely up at the Grand. Have you guys been to the mushroom houses? They're pretty fantastic, and I feel they should be on every Michigander's bucket list.
I agree. In fact, I like those little mushroom houses. They make me feel like I'm in like one of those Harry Potter movies.
That's right. That's where the gnomes actually vacation. Yeah.
Great job.
You know what?
So
We're
good,
going to go
so
to a
good.
place now. We're going to go to the Keweenaw Peninsula with Jennifer Julien from the Vault Hotel. So,
and this
we're
is
gonna find
actually, and I'm excited because this is a place. It's the birthplace of professional hockey, and it's the place where I had my very first pickled egg.
And it's the place where all the copper in the world came from. Maybe not the world.
Well, a lot of it.
The best copper came from here. I'm not too far off, I'll tell you. Jennifer, so first off, we need to talk about your beautiful hotel, The Vault, in downtown Houghton, right?
Correct, yeah.
What a cool place.
Yeah, so it's absolutely amazing. It's an 132-year-old bank, which was a bank for 130 years, now that it's been a hotel for almost 2. And the bank had come to town during the mining era and the boom and bust, and they, at the time everything was built out of wood, and mining towns were we're going to build it and up and down, and we're going to leave. And the bank building that sandstone building in the corner of that block in Houghton, Michigan, was the bank saying we're here to stay as a community and we're going to be here forever. So we converted it into a boutique hotel. It's a luxury experience, and it's been really exciting. We've had some really awesome guests. in our time frame. And
Including us.
Including
Yeah. I love the one room where the actual vault is like a little sitting area. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So the vault, its very first guest was the Stanley Cup, speaking of hockey. So we have photos of the Stanley Cup in the vault. And we had Gordon Ramsay visit us last summer, which will be airing pretty soon on Netflix.
And Tom Dalton from the PBS TV show Under the Radar.
Absolutely.
Oh, no. Yeah, but the whole Houghton Hancock area is a beautiful area.
Yeah, definitely. So we're really excited for summer to kick off. You know, everybody talks about the Keweenaw as a winter destination.
Oh,
and
I love it in the summer.
We in hospitality talk about it as a summer destination.
Yeah.
It's such a wonderful place to go in the summer, and there's no lines. There's nothing to buy tickets for. There's nothing to pre-plan for. You just show up, and you get to do all these awesome things.
And you do have the traditional hotels in the region, also the Landmark Inn, which is a really cool place just outside of, is it the Landmark Inn?
Yes, in Loriem.
Loriem.
You're sorry,
I
you're
got it
thinking
mixed up.
Loriem.
Landmark's Marquette.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, Loriem, in Loriem,
Yes.
outside of Calumet. And Calumet is so cool. I mean, I wish we had more time because it's such a big, beautiful area.
Yeah.
And it's all about copper when you get kind of north of a certain line. I think basically north of Hancock.
The bridge.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Quincy Mine Tour is a pretty cool thing to do with your family. That's a lot of
Absolutely.
fun.
Yep. So you do get to go into an underground mine in the Quincy Mine Tour, which is really great. And like Dave was talking about, everything is so experience based. You know, all of our hospitality. There's the Keweenaw Mountain Lodge, the Fitzgeralds. They just did a major renovation.
I love those guys.
Right on the water.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And you go up to Brockway Mountain, that's all you need to see the rest of your life. I mean, it's such a beautiful view. Get up on top of that, the wind blowing in your hair. I mean, it's awesome.
You could
So
spend
check
a
it out.
whole summer just exploring the Keweenaw Peninsula.
So check out the Keweenaw, also check out the Vault. So what's the website you can share?
So the vault is thevaulthotel.com.
And do you have one for the region?
The Keweenaw.info.
Oh, darn, I thought I tricked you. All right, thank you. Nice to see you. Thanks. I thought I had one of those trick questions.
Nah, yeah, you tried, but you
60
failed.
minutes type, you know?
Back to the Pink Pony, guys.
Oh boy, we
You're not
are
gonna
excited to
know
be
this.
back here. We're not going anywhere really. We've been in the same spot for a while now, but we hope you're enjoying the show and hearing from all these tourism professionals. Can't wait to get to the vault. Have not been there yet, so great guest, great interview. Amy, there's going to be another ferry coming in, so let's see if we wave to them and see if they will.
They might toot
the horn this
Yeah,
time,
they
yeah.
might toot their horn. But until they do, let's talk more about the UP and some of the incredible things you can do in one of our favorite cities, Marquette. And Susan Essler, you are from Travel Marquette. You guys have one of the most extensive mountain biking trail systems in the entire state, and you are so well known for us. Tell us more about that.
Well, we definitely do. There's the NTN Trail Network, there's Ramba Trails, there's the Iron Ore Heritage Trails, some of the DNR trails. So we have tons and tons of trails, mountain biking, anything you can think of that you'd like to do in the winter.
Summer. Let's talk summer right now. Okay,
summer.
We'll have you back on for the winter show.
All right. Okay. But you know, the mountain biking is just really wonderful, and all sorts of different levels. As a matter of fact, Marquette Mountain has actually developed some beginner trails, so that people who may not have been doing mountain biking are able to try some beginner trails. One of the people from NTN is over there helping them develop their trails. So trails everywhere.
I like that. And even if you don't have your own mountain bike, you can rent a bike in town to then go use.
We do. It's kind of limited now because everybody's bought the rental bikes. And so, but West End Bike in the West End, obviously, has rental bikes available. And you can call them up, they'll drop it off. It works out great.
Which is kind of perfect. So one of the things we were going to say is that it's cool because you can ride from Marquette out to a really great brewery, grab a refreshment on your way. And this is a really special brewery in Michigan.
Yeah, definitely. Barrel and Beam, one of my favorite places. It's a husband-wife team, Nick and Marina, and they do a fantastic job at the farmhouse brews. And they have all sorts of different European blends. And it's really interesting with all the different breweries that we have in Marquette, because you have the IPAs and, traditional type things. But with Barrel and Beam, they're always trying something different, always something unique. They'll be aging their beers in wine barrels. They use different different fruits and things. It's really an amazing place. If you get a chance, you have to stop and see it.
I love Barrel and Beam. I tell you what though, Susan, one thing that we love about Marquette is not only the nature and the trails, but you also have a vibrant community that's really diverse. The downtown has restaurants and there's art and culture. There seems to be so much happening. The UP is big and known for this natural beauty, but Marquette is a little different.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a nice blend of shopping and dining as well as outdoor adventure. What we kind of say is you're 5 minutes from any different type of adventure you could think of. And it's all within the city core. Very easy to get to. Ishpeming, Negaunee, Big Bay, they're all working on developing their different ways to enjoy it.
Negaunee. Love that word.
I have to say it. As soon as someone says Negaunee, I'm like, Negaunee. Go to Tito's Pizza, and it's fantastic, right? And Ishpeming is one of our favorite UP towns because there's so many fun things to do there. It's just, if you're going to UP, you have to stop in Marquette, right?
Yep. Yeah, definitely. But the county is the biggest county in the state, so there's plenty of places to go and plenty of things to do. Trails everywhere, breweries everywhere, places to shop everywhere, and everybody's great.
Sounds like heaven on earth. Oh, wait, it's heaven in Michigan. It's Marquette. We love it. We've got a great story at mlive.com on how to spend a Michigan's best day in Marquette. We encourage you to check it out. Lots of good suggestions there. Now, where can people get more information to plan their visit to Marquette?
Travelmarquette.com.
Oh, that's so easy. I love it. Susan, thank you so much for joining us and sharing the story.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right. Marquette is a great town. There's plenty of other places in the UP that you can visit that are equally awesome. Guys, take it away up at the Grand Hotel.
Love Marquette.
Where do you want us to take it?
Yes, good to be here. We just have a couple more minutes, actually.
Yeah.
So this is Pure Michigan Live, a return to summer, and we just have a few more guests to talk to.
And right now we're going to talk Western Michigan, the western side of the mitten.
And we're going to have Courtney Sheffer here from the West Michigan Tourist Association. Courtney, here's the thing. You represent such a big area of Michigan, basically the entire west side of the state. So it's hard to kind of fit just, talk about the entire area. So let's talk about a few places. Grand Rapids, biggest city in the West Michigan area. Tell us about it.
Yeah, Grand Rapids is a great destination, definitely coming right back to life this summer. So they've got lots of events coming back in. They just wrapped up the Festival of the Arts this past weekend. So plenty more coming in throughout the summer. Lots of great outdoor spaces. They have 4 different social zones, so you can grab a drink, grab some food at one of the local restaurants, bring it outside to enjoy it. And lots of outdoor activities as well. So places like the John Ball Zoo, the Frederick Meyer Gardens, the Blandford Nature Center, lots of opportunities to get out and explore right there in Grand Rapids.
And I'm glad you're talking fast because there's so much in Grand Rapids to talk about. The museum scene there alone is amazing. The food scene there is incredible. So anyway, Grand Rapids.
And craft beer.
Oh, it's Beer City, USA.
It really is.
As a runner, I love the fact that Millennium Park is very close and that the Amway Riverbank Run is happening this fall. It's coming back.
It's coming back.
That's great.
Yeah, if you
Well,
have
it's a
not
great
been to
town.
Grand Rapids lately, go there, spend a weekend. My wife and I were going to go to Italy on our 20th wedding anniversary. We ended up going to Grand Rapids for a week and had a blast. So.
Well, just because of time, let's pick another place. Fenville. What can you tell us about Fenville?
Yeah, so Fenville's a really fun place. It's in the southern area that we cover in West Michigan, so it's about 15 minutes from Saugatuck, from the lake, and there's lots to do there. Again, lots of outdoor things, water trail ventures. You can rent a kayak and do your own river trip, or they'll take you out on a guided river sunset cruise on your kayak. Lots of great places to eat and drink there too. So Fen Valley Vineyards, they do summer cookouts. You can head to Virtue Cider, where they have a farm there where they do hard cider, and it's very family friendly, pet friendly, a great place to get out
That's
and
a really neat
enjoy
place.
Fenville. Yeah.
And one of my favorite towns that we featured on the show is Frankfort. It was a family tradition, and in our family, when you got to be 5 years old, we go up to the Cherry Hut in Benzonia, and you get your first piece of cherry pie, your first Cherry Hut t-shirt. Then we go to Frankfort and get your picture taken on the cannon that used to be on the beach there. So yeah, it's a beautiful beach town. What's the brewery that's there?
Stormcloud Brewing right downtown.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes, they're fun all seasons. They do curling outdoors in the winter if you haven't tried that. In the summer, they turned it into a patio, so it's dog friendly there. Great location right downtown. So they have lots going on in Frankfort.
Well, we're going to run out of time, but I need to ask you about the live cams because I know you're doing live cams everywhere. So if people want to see what's happening in a certain town in West Michigan, they can see it live.
Yes, it's great. We have over a dozen of these live cameras on our website, so you can check out what's happening on the African Savannah at Binder Park Zoo. You can take a look at the Silverside submarine in Muskegon. You can take a look. Our newest one is actually right here at Mission Point Resort down the road. So check out the Straits of Mackinac and enjoy the same view that we have from right here.
And your beaches over there are
unbeatable. Yes.
Unbeatable.
It's pure Michigan.
Yep. Well,
It's the way
he
it
would
is.
know.
Courtney Sheffer, thank you so much.
Thank you
West
so
Michigan
much.
Tourist Association. What's the website?
The website is WMTA.org.
WMTA.org. Thank you so much.
Back
Courtney.
to M Live's very own Gonzo and Amy down at the Pink Pony.
Thanks, Tom and Dave. Okay, it's more UP talk down here. We love going to the Upper Peninsula. And you know what? A lot of other Michiganders do too. And last year it was a record year for the Upper Peninsula. This year is shaping up to be, much of the same, which is exciting for that part of the state. But we hear a lot about Marquette. We just did from Susan, a lot of stuff about maybe Escanaba or Sault Ste. Marie, all great communities. But what about those small ones that maybe you drive through on the way to somewhere else? We're going to talk to Tom Nemechek from UPTRA, the UP Travel Association, and you're going to share a couple more hidden gems maybe up in the UP with us, right, Tom?
Some places that I can talk about, some places I might not. So, yeah, we can do that.
Well, before we get into those hidden gems,
that'd be off camera.
Before we get to the hidden gems, let's talk about what Amy mentioned, the record year you had last year and how things are shaping up for this year.
Yeah, what we definitely look like this year's gonna be like last year. Last year was a record breaker by far, and starting in January of this year, our summer inquiries went right through the roof already, starting in January for this summer. So we've never, I hate to say this, we've all said it, we've never even seen like this. So, it's great.
I think it is great for Michigan, the whole state, because the Upper Peninsula, a lot of people escaped to and discovered for the first time. I would imagine you had a lot of first timers there.
I escaped there 50 years ago. Yes, in fact, the great news for the tourism industry is we expose the product to so many new people. That's going to play out for us for years to come. And that's the most exciting thing about what happened last year. We saw license plates in neighborhoods and zip codes that were off the charts that we've never seen before. And that will pay out for our industry for a very long time.
And you have that relationship with that other state nearby that's not far from there?
We're separated by a border, but and it's free to cross, so we don't charge like the Brackenock Bridge. So yeah, but it's free to cross. When you talked about the hidden gems, I would like to mention that the state has the state stone, Petoskey stone. We've got the robin, the state birch. I want to make it clear: there's only one state gem, and not everybody knows that. But it's the Isle Royal greenstone. And I don't think it's by chance that it's in the Upper Peninsula. So that's just me throwing it out there. So,
I like this. I
yeah.
just learned something new.
Yeah, it's the state. You can't get higher than a gem.
No, you can't. Well, let's get to those hidden gems.
Okay.
Because you mentioned or Amy mentioned some of the bigger towns that get a lot of attention, which are all warranted. But let's get to these hidden gems, these little tiny communities that you would recommend.
Okay. Earlier we were talking about Norway, Michigan, which is
off camera,
which is, near Iron Mountain, Michigan, the more famous community, and great Main Street, great place to visit. Not a lot of what you'd call grab me natural attractions, but a great community to visit. I think if you did a little tour of unknown smaller communities, rather than do the whole UP, I would say the Keweenaw Peninsula. I mean, that the history there with all the mining and all of these communities that used to be big that are now so small, you won't find that type of a drive anywhere else. And they all have a history, even though it's tied to mining, their history are based on nationalities and heritage. I mean, you go to a town that used to be all Italian. You go to a town that used to be all this, and the heritage is all there, but in some cases there's nobody there. I mean, so I think the Keweenaw is the most unique place to go drive around and find missing towns. Gay, Michigan. People know where we have a Gay, Michigan. Gay, Michigan is up there, and there's all sorts of little places you never heard of. So I tour around, but I mean, there's Bessemer, Wakefield, Waters Meat,
yes.
and then I think we talked about the place called Bruce Crossing.
Bruce Crossing,
and,
yeah.
And if you're from the UP, it's Bruce's Rossing. It's not Bruce Crossing. They call it Bruce's Rossing.
That's insider information.
Yeah, and it's not the Keweenaw. It's if you're up there and you're Finnish, it's the Keweenaw. it actually has a V the way they say it. It's the Kivana. It's the Kivana Peninsula. So I had to learn all these things to be able to consider to be a local.
After 50 years.
Maybe even more. Yeah, maybe even
And then
more.
you have these things called pasties too, which that's a whole different topic.
Yeah, and it's pronounced pasties.
Yeah.
We're going to get that clear. And then there's always about who's your favorite, where do they come from?
Oh, yeah.
There's a couple places now serving vegetarian pasties. And I said to the lady the other day, I said, you know what? If a miner went down in a mine, he went to eat a pasty and there weren't meat and potatoes in there, I promise you that it wasn't a good night at home when he got home. So this idea that we have vegetable and chicken and cheese, it's not a pasty.
You're a traditionalist when it comes to the pasty.
There is no other way. I know the
I
question
dare-
is gravy or not.
Gravy or,
right?
gravy or
Is
ketchup.
it gravy or ketchup? Yes.
You think a miner had gravy down there?
Oh,
You think they
heck
had
no.
ketchup down there?
Hot
So-
sauce?
No. That's why they heated it over a shovel with a candle underneath. That's how they heated them up when they got down there. But yeah, give me the ketchup packet, would you? They didn't even know what ketchup was. So no.
Well, this is fantastic. We love hearing your enthusiasm for that part of the state. And I love that people are discovering it, and more new people will be coming up this year.
And I can say we also have a lot of new business owners.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sorry about the old ones leaving, but I'm just saying we have such new vitalization coming now. I've been doing this a long time and I love all of it. So it's really good.
Very exciting up in the UP. Tom Nemechek from UPTRA. Thank you so much for joining us. People want to get more information to maybe plan a trip to the Upper Peninsula. Where should they go?
uptravel.com. Don't call. Go to the website.
Thank you, Tom.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you. All right. Let's go to the guys at Grand Hotel.
Well, that's absolutely true. If you want to get to somebody these days, go online first because we're having problems getting enough employees, the whole industry. So make sure you make all your bookings in advance, even when you're going to the UP to see Tom there and to find your favorite pasty.
And right now it's time to talk about the other workhorses of the island, right?
Absolutely. We're going to go talk to Chris Shepler from Shepler's Ferry Service out of Mackinac City and St. Ignace, and of course, right here on Mackinac Island. Chris,
Yeah.
you guys do a great job.
Well, thank you. Nice to see you two, by the way, up here on Mackinac.
Yeah, actually see our faces.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
in real life. So I was here last weekend for the christening of your newest ship of the line, made right here in Michigan.
Yes, that's the William Richard, named after my father. And yeah, you were there for that christening, and thank you for coming.
Great.
And yeah, we couldn't be happier with the performance and what we're seeing, carrying people, the smoothness of the ride. It's a little different. It's jet driven instead of propellers.
Yeah.
So all the captains are learning how to play video games now.
Oh, 'cause it's a
drive
little
that
toggle?
thing. Yeah, it's a little toggle, and it's a little different than what we're used to.
Yeah, well, I actually took that boat over, and you're right, it's quiet and smooth. And one thing I love about Shepler's is taking the ferry over is part of the whole experience here. It's like part of the fun. It's like you can't wait to get on that ferry and watch the bridge
We'd
go
like
by.
to think that, and thank
Yeah.
you for mentioning that. We
really is.
feel that we are a part of the experience, but of course, Mackinac Island is so special that it's tough to take anything away from this beautiful island and all the hotels, the restaurants, and walking trails, all of it. So while we would like to think that we're a big part of that, we also realize that this is where it's at, and that's Mackinac Island.
Well, I actually got on the ferry coming over here, and I was surprised. I was actually, I've taken the ferry over so often that I was doing some texting, and all of a sudden I looked up, and we were under the bridge, under the Mackinac Bridge.
Yeah.
Does that just happen sometimes, or is it scheduled?
It does. It happens, I think, 6 times a day out of Mackinac City and 7 out of St. Ignace, where we actually go underneath the bridge, give a small narration of how the bridge was built.
Yeah.
Going to Lake Michigan, into Lake Huron. So how many people can say that they've been in 2 Great Lakes in a matter of 5 minutes?
Right.
As well as looking at that amazing structure of the Mackinac Bridge. So
Yeah, that's what I love is you can only get those vantage points and see the island like you see it on the ferry.
Right. No, I agree with that. And you've been on board up on the bow taking, I don't know if it was with Under the Radar or.
I was with Dave here. That's
yeah,
when I almost
that's right.
fell off.
I
think
gave
Dave
you a little
pushed me.
hip check, but
Yeah.
you lived to see another day.
That was fun. Hey, so when people want to get their tickets to get on the boat, should they order online? Should they go to the desk? What should they
I think ordering online is the way to go. Not only is it touchless, but it is a quicker way to get on board. So if you have your ticket, we scan right at the ramp. So you don't have to go to the ticket office. Not that going to the ticket office is a bad thing, but you can go right from your car to the lineup area to get on the boat. So it's a little quicker. It's a little cheaper. It's $2 off for those that buy online. And you can do that at sheplersferry.com. That's Sheplers, plural, ferry.com.
And you can bring your pet, you can bring your bike, you can bring your
we
wife.
encourage,
Check the schedule in advance too, and make sure you get plenty of time for parking and all that.
Absolutely.
Chris Shepler,
Thank you
for being here.
Absolutely,
Great to see
Dave.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks
very
for
much.
all the hard work you guys
Thank
do.
you very much.
That's great. You know, this show is wrapping down. We only have a few more guests, so let's head back to Pink Pony, see what Amy and John are up to, guys.
We're up to a good time. I mean, we're having a great time here at the Pink Pony on the patio. The view is so scenic. You're probably tired of us saying that, but I'll tell you what, it is beautiful. You know, oh, by the way, hello, Chris Shepler. Great interview there with the guys. We talked about hidden gems in the Upper Peninsula, but you know, the state, Amy, has so many hidden gems across the state.
Absolutely. And one place that we've loved to visit in the past is Coldwater Country. And this is located about halfway between Chicago and Detroit. It's right along US 12, the Old Sauk Trail. And this is a great area that has over, get this, 100 different lakes in the area and 2 chains of lakes, which I love the chain of lake when you can get in a boat and go lake after lake for miles and miles and miles. And there's restaurants and places to visit. You can stop and swim and do all that kind of fun stuff. It's a really fun area in Coldwater Country.
It is. And if you're traveling in that southern part of Michigan and you're going like, you know, I want to check out some towns, I'm not sure where to go. Coldwater is a great start, but they also have those surrounding little communities that, oh my gosh, we forgot to get a special, you keep talking about it.
Okay, yeah, get your prop. We did bring a special prop for this because there is a really special area in Coldwater Country. You got them? Okay. Anyways, if you wanted to know where the world's magic capital is, it happens to be in Coldwater Country. Hello, it's in Colon. It's the magic capital of the world. And they actually have a magic walk of fame downtown, which is super cool, where you can see, they're like the Hollywood walk of fame for magicians, which is pretty neat. They also have a big come together event that happens the first week of August. It's back on for this year. You can look it up at abbottmagic.com, which is the big magic store there in Colon. It's a big event. If you are into magic at all, they not only have magicians there, they have workshops and all sorts of other things you can do if you are into magic. It's kind of a niche thing. We get it. But how cool if you're into it that you can go right down there in Coldwater Country and learn all about it.
Right. From magic to antiquing and these great lakes and great food and that opera or the Tibbetts
Opera House. Absolutely. And one of the last remaining drive-ins in Michigan at the Capri Drive-In. You can go watch a movie and do it old school with your family, which is pretty fun.
Love Coldwater Country. They do a great job over there, but check them out. Definitely. That's a good time.
Absolutely. If you want to get more information and plan a trip, you want to go to coldwatercountry.com. Abracadabra. Woohoo! Back to you, boys.
Boy, you guys
There we are.
like magic. Absolutely.
You guys are having more fun than we are, darn it.
Here's the thing. This is the sad thing. We're down to one guest.
Yeah.
Down to one guest.
But she's awesome. She's totally awesome.
True.
And so is
Absolutely.
So is the town she came. As a matter of fact, we featured Alpina on our show, and a family in Indianapolis saw the show, loved what they saw so much they moved up there with their 2 teenage daughters and now live in Alpena.
That's
how awesome that
It's
town
a really cool place. That's where it is. And of course, Mary Beth Stutzman is from Alpena, here to tell us all about it. And Mary Beth, you know what a cool town Alpena has become. It's
amazing.
It's one of those small little towns that has everything you'd want, but still plenty of nature and plenty of kind of the up north feel.
Yeah, we like to say Alpena is a modern city at nature's doorstep, and really what that means is, for us locals, you can live our lifestyle when you come visit, which is you get a little business done, and then for a lunch break you go kayaking.
Yeah.
And
Or
plus you've got-
bring the fishing boat to work with you because you're on the water within 5 minutes.
And you've got the shipwreck tours up there. You've got the sinkholes you can explore. Great restaurants. We're about to feature, it's called the Red
The
Brick.
Red Brick,
Yeah, great restaurants. Beaches are awesome. It's just it's a great place to be.
Yeah, we have miles of shoreline along Lake Huron, plus we have inland lakes and rivers. So altogether, we have over 1,000 miles of coastline. which is more than the Ozarks. I looked that
Oh,
up.
wow, how cool is that? You know, one of the things, last time I was there, we went to Rockport State Park.
Yes.
I'd never been there before. I heard you can find fossils. Where can you find fossils?
You trip over the fossils.
They're everywhere.
I can't tell you how many people
There
I've
are
taken
so
to that
many.
state park.
From the Devonian, yes, you can find coral back when we believed that the Earth was covered by a giant coral sea, and you can take up to 25 pounds home with you for personal enjoyment if you are a rock collector.
I remember that because I helped Jim carry his 25-pound rock out of
Yes.
there when we went
Yeah.
up there. But you're guaranteed to find hundreds of fossils. So yeah, I've taken so many people back there.
Yeah, it's a really special place. There really aren't very many places like that in the United States, and to have one in our own state is very unique.
People are looking for a sanctuary these days. Alpena provides it, and it's always been that way.
Mhm.
You know, it's been a sanctuary for ships. A lot of ships sunk there, so you have that great museum.
Yep, we have the NOAA facility where you can explore Thunder Bay National Marine Sanctuary, which protects what are believed to be about 200 shipwrecks, maybe more, on the bottom of Lake Huron, right off the coast of the Alpena area. So you can dive, snorkel, paddle, kayak over top of them. You can take the glass bottom boat if you don't want to get wet.
I did that. It was
a lot of fun for all
fascinating.
ages. Yeah. And that is up and running. So you know, Alpena is open, and we are ready to say hello.
Really need to check it out. What's the website, Mary Beth?
Visit alpena.com.
VisitAlpena.com is the website. Make sure to check out Alpena. You're going to love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So here's the thing. You know, we're
I know, we're on schedule. That's a first.
We're basically on schedule. That's really bizarre. So you know, it's time to wrap it up. But
Yeah.
we need to go back and check. I wonder if Amy and John are already partying down at Pink Pony.
Now, you guys, have you started drinking without us? Where are you guys? Are they there?
We're anxiously awaiting your arrival so that we might be able to have one of the famous rum runners here at the Pink Pony, right?
That's right.
And also save me a frosty cold Michigan-made adult malted beverage. So save me
You
at least
got it.
one.
Hey guys,
We can
thank
totally
you
handle
so
that.
much. Thanks so much, John Gonzalez, Amy Sherman from MLive. What a great job you've done tonight. And of course, down there at the Pink Pony, Nick Nurbin from our staff for producing the show. Thank you so much. Kelly Wilgamot from our team. I want to also thank Jim Edelman from Under the Radar, your partner,
He's mine.
for producing the show.
You can't see him. He's standing right there. He's done so much work. He put all the B-roll together for this entire event. So he's been working real hard.
My
Thanks, Jim.
co-host here, Tom Dalden. Thank you so much.
Shucks.
Thanks for
It
being
was
and really special thanks to Motown Digital for all they've done to help bring this event. It wouldn't be possible without Dave Scott and the crew from Motown Digital. Thank you so much.
And I have to say a big thanks to Dave Lorenz from Pure Michigan, because I always say, and I don't say this, I'm serious when I say it, he's the hardest working man in the Michigan business. This guy does so much for our state to help promote and move the state forward, and so I have to thank you. I'm going to make him cry. Watch this. I've been trying to make him cry.
So you know what? This is going to be on YouTube. If your friends missed it, if maybe you missed part of the show, you want to see more, make sure to just look for the video. Go to michigan.org to find out more. It really is time to travel. We've been through a lot this last year. It's time to get our lives back.
Yeah.
So, you know, do everything you're supposed to do, distance, all that stuff for a little while. We're almost there. So please consider that vaccination if you haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Because, man, it's a freeing experience. It's time to
Oh, it's
travel.
liberating. When I got that shot, yeah, it was liberating. And I rented this coat special for tonight for you, Dave, and I found something in the pocket here.
Yeah,
in my
what's
pocket?
that? Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's a penny.
I'll take it.
It says 2021. Oh no. Just like Christopher Reeves. It's a dream.
So, you know,
it's only a dream.
You know, the thing is, I've never seen the end of Somewhere in Time.
You never saw that
I've never
movie?
seen the end of it. So I know there's some significance there. But
So he obviously didn't get the bit.
I've never seen it.
Well, here you can have the penny then.
I actually just thought, I will take the penny. That's how cheap I am. All right, thanks, everybody. Hey, thanks for showing up. And get out there and travel. It's going to be a great summer right here in Pure, Michigan. Have a great night.
And cut.